vibe with Uncle Bino, let's go. Now happy hour things, you know. Hang out with you, babe, it's our vibe tonight. Laugh and learn, we shining bright. Oh yeah, you be stories, life lessons time. On the Uncle Beno show, everything feels right. From the streets to the world, we talk real talk. Vibes on the beat, make the whole place rock. Happy hour flow with smiles non-stop. Sip and chill with you, be the energy on top. You be stories, dropping them every day. Wisdom for life, the African way. From the grind to the glory, hear what we say. Tune in now, don't delay. Hang out with you, be it's a vibe tonight. Laugh and learn, we shining bright. Oh yeah, you be stories, life lessons time. On the Uncle Beno show, everything feels right. Join the sister circle, oh what a scene. CC Inca, honey baby, and I'll be so clean. Talk love, talk life, talk dream supreme. Empowerment vibes, like a royal queen team. Apollo Sunday school when the beat gets low. A moment of reflection, let the spirit flow. Men of God speaking wisdom, you should know. Faith and vibes on the Uncle Beno show. Hang out with you, be come catch that light. Oh yeah, you be stories, keep your heart so bright. Yeah. Join the sister circle, feel that fire. Oh yeah, Sunday school for your soul so right. You be nation, we rise together. Love and vibe forever. Uncle Beno show. Yeah, we outside.
All right. Welcome, everybody. I believe you all had a fantastic weekend. Yes, we are back. I was out all through the weekend, having fun with family and friends, and I missed the bass. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna do 2 shows today, but let me first of all at least focus on my African brothers and sisters and the just concluded AFCON. Yeah, as you can see from the turbulent AFCON Final chaos. Yeah, that game right there is one for the history. I don't know how many of you got to see the game, but it was crazy. Now, I'm going to be honest. You know me. I always come clean. I'm going to be honest. I ain't going to lie. I cross my heart. I won't lie. I could talk through, okay? Now, the truth is, I don't watch any of the AFCON games fully. Yeah, I got to admit. Yeah. Hey, don't say, Ben, you are not patriotic. Ben, come on. You don't even watch our African game. Bro, no be so. Make I confess now. The reason I don't watch full game in all the matches that was played, I think they play 32 matches. I've even lost count of it. But the reason I stay away from it is that when it comes to football in Africa, we don't play. Yes, everybody knows we don't play when it comes to football in Africa. Like, we may have our problems, we may have our political basketballs and all that going on, but as soon as it comes to football, that's the only time you get to see patriotism in Africa. And I'm talking about true patriotism. We love football, we love our countries, and we don't play. But one thing I've noticed about African football, soccer, like they call it here in America, I don't even know, Americans call their own handball, they call it football, and then they call our football, they call it soccer. Somebody still have to explain that to me. I've been in America for a while now, and I still don't understand why Americans choose to call a game they play almost 95% of the time holding the ball in their hands. They choose to call it football. Shout out to my American folks, man. And the game that literally got played 98% of the time with the foot, America call it soccer. So when I say soccer or I say football, I'm talking about the game that got to be played with their legs, not the one they carry hand and then show Mozu, shoving, pushing people, hitting each other. I don't know. Because I really don't understand it. So in the course of this live stream, where you hear me say soccer or I say football, I'm making reference to the real football, the one that is played on the pitch with 22 players and of course one referee. So that's what we're going to talk about. So I don't watch the African Cup of Nations because I'm a very passionate person, and I don't, at this age, I don't want anything that's going to give me heart attack. I don't want any game that's going to cause me high blood pressure. So I stay away from it. What I do, however, is I get to watch playbacks, or I get to watch the highlights on YouTube. So of all the games that were played during the AFCON, I watch highlights, okay? Including the final, I still watch highlights. So yesterday, while I was at my sister-in-law's place in Fort Worth, rather, I get to watch the highlights, and the first thing I saw was the chaos that happened during the game, and it was a lot, and we're going to cover it all. So today's show is going to be a call-in show. If you're a football lover, a football fan, feel free to call our studio number scrolling on the screen right now. Let me highlight the number so everyone can see. Okay. So if you really love to be part of this conversation, because we're just going to talk about how we can move forward from that disaster of a tournament organized by Morocco. Now, let me break it down. When I say disaster, I'm not talking about the pitch. I'm not talking about the colors. I'm not talking about the media. I'm simply talking about the officiating and some of the disgraceful performances by the Moroccans. Respect to the Moroccans, respect to the nation, respect to the Moroccan organizing committee. But when I say that was a disaster, I'm talking about FIFA and how they condone the excesses of the Moroccans. Usually, I'm not the type who gets sentimental or biased about football, because football is a game. And of course, you know, in football, there is something called home advantage. And we all know, all over the world, go to Europe, America, UK, anywhere in this world, the hosting nation always have what we call home advantage. And for those who are not familiar with football or any game at all, what home advantage does is that, number one, you're going to have almost 90% of the viewers being from the hosting country or hosting state, whichever, depending on the tournament. So that population, that huge participation from the home fans, literally we give the home team an advantage, because it means they are going to have massive support from their people. Two, in terms of officiating, sometimes if you are playing the host, you may see most of the fouls or judgment coming from the referee as a kind of bias officiating. Okay. Now, I literally don't see that as being biased, except when it is apparent. Okay. And why that usually happens is that if you are playing a host nation, the crowd, they are like the 13th player on the field. The crowd sometimes influences what kind of call the officiating officers we made, okay? And the home crowd have the tendencies to literally want everything to go their way. So if there is no clear error, or if there is no clear foul committed by the home team, the referee may not call it. I believe we're on the same page on that, right? If you agree with me on that one, please drop a 1 in the chat. So while I'm going on with my analysis, let me shout out to my people in the chat. If you're watching, please let me know you're watching so I can recognize you. First of all, shout out to my lovely sister, Misty. Misty is the first in the show today. Misty, what's up, mommy? How you doing? How is Canada? I hope you will take Canada code to come and drag me on today's show, Misty. No be me say make una get code, though. Okay? You're welcome. See, my brother Chucky in the building. Oga Chucky 101. What's up, bro? Chucky say AFCON saga, one for the history books. Absolutely, my brother. Absolutely. And of course, my lovely sister, Faith. Faith Sam. What's up, mommy? So, Faith, you two, you like soccer? Nah, wow. Faith say, thank God, Senegal won. Faith, that is your Nigeria sentiment speaking right there. Faith said the match was so dramatic, of course. And that's what we're going to analyze on this show. Chucky say, and this was me vouching for Morocco based on how long they won it last. And they do this bosa. I weak. My brother, all of us tired. Misty said, Morocco, Algeria, Egypt, Somalia, and most North American countries don't identify as Africans and discriminate against Black Africans. Glad Senegal took the trophy. Yeah, we all feel that way. And Misty, you are 100% correct. The Arab Africans don't consider themselves as Africans. And it's going to be one of my talking points on this show because a lot of people don't know what went down. They don't know why the ref are behaving the way they did. If you check, if you really follow the game, you will see that I think almost 90% of the officiating ministers, they are Black. And here is the problem. I don't know when we are going to overcome this problem, but there is something about us Africans. As soon as Africans see anybody with a skin color that looks like white Americans or Europeans, I don't know, maybe they just automatically feel they have this low self-esteem. I don't know. But there's just something about our Black brothers and sisters, and we have to start working on that. The fact that somebody's skin color is what you call white, which I don't really believe there is anything like a white color anyway. As far as they see anybody that the skin color look more like Oyibo, they just want to treat them with some regard. I don't know. Because it's part of the thing I saw on this in this past African tournament. The ref, whenever you are playing Algeria, Morocco, or Egypt, the ref somehow has a way of favoring them. And the only explanation I can give is the ref are probably intimidated by the skin color. Because that's what it seems That's how it appears to me. So let me know if the chat, if you think I'm wrong. I'm always open to contrary opinions. Okay. Thank you for that, Misty. Jockey say America no balance at all. Yo, tell me how you doing, mama? You're welcome. Tell me, say then stubborn Uncle Benu. Now why they call egg buff? Oh my God. All right, all right, all right. Oh, baby of the house, Abby. What's up, mommy? Yeah, I hope you're feeling better now, my baby. All right. Faith some say CAF were desperate to give Morocco this AFCON since they haven't won it in 50 years. I can't dispute that, Faith. It seems like you are right. It pay me that I have to agree with that, but it kind of looks like that though. All right. Okay, Sister Chi, what's up, my lovely sister? How you doing today, ma'am? Sister Chi say, I'm glad Senegal won, but I only saw a few highlights. It was crazy of the type of drama they were causing, but hope to get the rest of the gist from your show today. Of course, I'll try as much as possible to cover it based on what I found out so far. I say Arab Africans, very funny, something they will never be. Well, I really don't know, but those folks don't see themselves as Africans anyway. And I think it's part of what we have to come to terms with. All right. So let's continue into the show. If you want to call in to at least give your 2 cents, that's the number on the screen. And if you want to come into the studio, I'm going to share the link. You can also contribute your quota. But let's look at what actually went down on the pitch. I've did a compilation of a couple of things, so I'm gonna play the video for you right now. Sit back, grab a cup of coffee or grab your box of popcorn, and let's dive into what went down in AFCON 2025. The AFCON 2025, the one I call Shege, the Moroccan way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You be in the building. Hey, vibe with Uncle Bino.
Hey, Chucky, what's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm okay, sir. How you doing today?
I'm fine, bro. Did you get to see all the matches or you just watch highlights like me?
Okay, the first thing I'm going to say is this right here. What we are not going to do is call football soccer on this show today. Honestly, that's not what we're going to do.
Chucky, I see you really come for trouble, my brother. American call football soccer. We call it soccer.
Yes, on this show, we're not going to call it soccer. Nah, no way.
Oh, my God.
How you doing?
I'm fine. First of all, before I play the highlights, Chucky, what is your general assessment of the tournament?
Listen, this tournament was, I would take it was quite a success. It's just the refereeing officiating that was just off points. I think there were nervous and kind of biased in their decision making. Now, if you'd seen the Nigerian game, the guy was not all that confident enough for that officiating and stuff. And this is me thinking that, first of all, why would they put Ghana? And I think there were 2 officiating referees for that match.
Yeah.
Despite knowing the part what it is between Ghana and Nigeria. Now, to me, the competition was kind of successful, but just a little bit. I think the finals was just sort of like put everything in arrears as it is. So that's my point on that, actually.
Right. So before we talk about the actual final between Senegal and Morocco, let's take one step back. Nigeria versus Morocco. A lot of people claim Nigeria were robbed. They said the officiating was really, really bad. I saw a couple of analysts, they put the blame on the Ghanaian referee. What were your thoughts about that, Baba?
Why should you blame the Ghanaian referee? That's my thoughts at the end of the day. If you want to win the match, win the match. Do what you need to do and win the match. Make it a good mistake. Yes, the referee is not going to be 100% on any of the game over there. You're out there to make up for not going to the World Cup, score the goals. During that time of commentaries, during the commentaries over there, if Nigeria won this thing, they have to take the risk. Nigeria didn't take that risk in pushing forward for that goal. So don't blame everything on the referee all the time, because yes, the referee itself was more like a shambolic performance from his own part. There's so many uncalled yellow cards on Nigerian side, which was uncalled for. And I really broke my table on that actual day. When he gave an actual yellow card on something that is not. So it's just very unfortunate. And also, end of the game, after the 120 minutes, Nigeria had an advantage to win this game. Then I have somebody walking casually, chewing chewing gum like as though he's going on a fashion show, and casually taking a penalty that would have put Nigeria on points. They should be the actual team facing Morocco.
Yeah.
So why should you be taking a penalty like that when you know quite well that is a deciding point of that game? And he killed, sorry for using that word, actually, and he just messed up on that penalty take.
Okay, but Chucky, here's the thing. Thank God almost all of us Nigerians, we are into soccer. Oh, sorry, Baba. You say, man, I don't say soccer. We are into football.
If you say soccer again, I'll place you on fine.
I won't say soccer again, sir. But Chucky, let's consider something here. From experience and as someone who had played soccer, even though we are playing for fun, you know that when referees give a couple of wrong decisions against a team, that has a way of impacting how the team will play, you know, right?
Yes, exactly. Yes, it does.
There is, let me even make reference to what Faith is saying. I love it when we have women who follow soccer. The thing they sweet my belly. So Faith is saying here, Calvin Bassey was given an unfair yellow card when his shirt was pulled. I ain't gonna lie to you, that actually pissed me off because that was a clear foul on him. Yeah. But rather, the ref chose to yellow carded him. What are you gonna say about that? That can kill the team morale, you know?
That can kill the team morale at the end of the day, and at the same time, place some kind of frustration within the team settings. Whatever plans they might have, the referee can give a just call, and at the same time will make the team. How should I put it this way? I think being extra careful and careless. So that's on my own part. That's what actually happened. Now, for that foul, that wasn't a foul actually, because he should have given the yellow card to that Moroccan because he was the one right behind him. And in football terms, if you're trying to run away with your opponent, your hands has got to stay between the chest level to move away from your opponent. And he brought him down, and he decided to give the yellow card to Morocco. So am I thinking, wait, hang on a second, is this guy being match fixed or something?
Yeah.
You know, it comes to times like that. And yes, it did kill the morale, but somehow I blame the Nigerian team for not putting the risk to score these goals.
Okay, but another thing I also observe I want to show the Ghanaian ref right now. Just give me.
He was given a welcoming. What's it called?
Oh.
Kind of yesterday. I said,
No, I really don't have issues with that because, of course, it's a big achievement for Ghana to have a referee who is actually part of the game, officiating the game. That's a big one. So for me, I don't have problem with how he was.
But never been for welcoming a referee into the coming back from a tournament. It's never been done before. I mean, the last person that was done was that Italian referee, the bald-headed one.
Yeah,
he's a very excellent referee at the end of the day. But I can't compare him with his standards with African referees.
Yeah, but Chucky, what I'm saying is there is nothing wrong with that, to be frank.
Okay, if you say so.
Yeah, in my opinion, there is nothing wrong with that. They were celebrating their own person, They probably thought, oh, wow, this guy really put Ghana on the map. So I think it's okay for them to celebrate him. Now, another thing about the Nigerian-Morocco match that I think it kind of pissed me off. I want to show you right now on the screen. I saw when Nwambali went to get a towel to make sure his hands were dry. Yeah, this is it. This is weird. So he went to get a towel, and not just once, not twice. Every time he make sure his gloves were dry, the Moroccans will just invade the pitch and take the towel away. And that's happened multiple times during the game. And surprisingly, nobody picked on that. Nobody actually made any correction about that. This is disgusting, honestly speaking. What do you think about this?
Now, you see, first of all, every goalkeeper it's something that has been going on for years. I mean, even before we were born, the towel has been one of those goalkeeper requirements that they have to have themselves. Now, back in the days, we were not using gloves. I think it was back in the 70s when they started using gloves.
Yeah.
Now, throughout those times, they were using all those things. Now, the reason why that is why the goalkeepers normally have a towel is to clean the gloves, especially when they have to throw. It does not get to slip.
Yeah.
So it is a necessity. Now, my point is this now. These are Moroccans, and these are Moroccan players based on actual bigger clubs and everything now. You can't tell me that if they go back to the individual clubs, they're going to perform that same act with opposing acts from other goalkeepers. This is something, it's traditional for every goalkeeper to have a towel and a bottle of water nearby. So why they have that instinct that is voodoo, I really don't understand the reason why that is. It's part of a criteria. It's not on the FIFA ruling book to say that a goalkeeper cannot have a bottle of water, cannot have a towel. Yeah. So understand the reason why they had to do all this thing. And also, African officials, they should have intervened on this.
Okay.
They should have on this right from the beginning, especially when it happened to us. It wasn't Nigeria that was the first people to have done that. They did it to other teams, but they let it go. But it's when it was Nigeria took offense to it. When they took offense to it, that's when it came. It came on the spot. There is nothing wrong with the goalkeeper having his towel.
Yeah.
When voodoo or juju or whatever it is, a towel is a towel.
Mm-hmm.
So, the Moroccans that after this match and everything, they're not going to use a towel to have a shower if they have superstitious belief against a towel.
Yeah. Okay. Now, the same thing happened in the final. So I'm just saying this to establish a pattern here. And I think these are some of the violations. I think if CAF is serious, they are supposed to penalize the Moroccans for this act. Now, let's go back to the penalty by Chukwueze. So you were saying Chukwueze should have taken the penalty better than how he did it?
Yes, I believe you saw the highlights, and one thing is this, right? Yeah, he plays for a major football club, which is Fulham,
Mm-hmm.
of the top teams in the UK. They don't mess around when it comes to penalties. Now, what he did, you have an advantage to go 2-1, 2-1, with all calm seriousness and everything like that. If you look what he did, he was just more like really so relaxed, not concentrating on it.
You think so, Baba?
I think so. In Fulham, he's not the main penalty kicker. If I should let you know, do you
Okay.
know something like this now? What he is?
Hello, Chucky. Oh, what happened? I think maybe Chucky is receiving a phone call. So what I'm showing on the screen right now. Hey, Chucky, let me know when you are back, Baba. I think you are receiving a phone call. That is the penalty right there on the screen. The Chuku is a penalty. Now, for me, I've always seen penalty as a kind of 50-50 game. You can hit it, the goalkeeper go the wrong way, and then you score, or you hit it, the goalkeeper kind of predicted where the player is going to drop it, and then he just have to like dive as fast as he can, and that could be it. So I won't really blame him though. Okay. And some of these players, some of them don't really have that confidence when it comes to taking penalty kicks. All right. So these are just some of my own reservation. All right. Misty says that Nigerian guy was so reluctant with his penalty kick that he deserved to leave the national team. Misty, come on, sis. Misty, if your husband is a soccer lover, the two of you go gel well. Oh. Okay. Is that Mary Tamba? I really don't know how to pronounce your name, but I see Marie. Marie said, big international players, they have lost a penalty, and you people are dragging the little Nigerian boy nonstop. This is shame. Well, we are passionate about soccer, so if we lost a game, definitely a lot of people are just gonna be looking for a scapegoat. So that is understandable. But I get what you're saying, my brother. I feel you. All right. Okay, let's keep it moving. Yeah, Abby, you saw the Nwabali situation, right? Misty said, but anyway, Morocco started cutting corners from the beginning of the game. Absolutely. Abby say 100% should have intervened. Absolutely. And Faith said, they even threw a banana at Nwabali, which he ate. Banana is a sign of racism, mockery image. Absolutely. Frankly speaking, I'm not saying this because I'm a Nigerian, but I think CAF has to do something about the Moroccans' behavior in that tournament. The CAF just have to do something. They should be penalized for their behavior. They have to penalize. They must pay something for the way they behave. All right, Chucky. Okay, you are back. Good to have you back, Baba. Hello, Chucky. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Sorry, I got a call and it cut me off. Sorry.
Yeah, of course I know. So you were saying that penalty kick, Chukwueze really effed up.
Yes. If anybody should put a blame for Nigeria's what's it called advancement into the final, I blame him for being so casual. You just have to take something so seriously. It was just way too casual.
Yeah. Now, there's one other thing I noticed with the Morocco team. Let's be fair here. I think Morocco, they played well. They have a solid team. But one thing I noticed in their approach in the tournament was Moroccans play aggressively. They really go in. They are good, but at the same time, I think they are kind of excessively aggressive. What are your thoughts on their approach and their
Yeah,
style of play?
yes, footballers have to be aggressive. If you are facing another team, you have to be aggressive itself. So basically, yes, Morocco has been I should say this is their golden team since 50 years ago. They've not been in finals for some time, so this is the best team they've had in years.
Okay.
So when they came into that tournament, yes, they're going to have the home front advantage. They're quite a team, I must admit. They're a very good team. But if you let the home crowd and other elements that will involve yourself, you're going to lose that concentration. And that's what's going to happen. And that's what actually happened. It's just very unfortunate that they didn't win the competition, actually. And in a way, it should have gone their way. But I think it was just more of like emotional turmoil that that did set in for it all.
Right. Okay. But now, this is where I kind of differ a little bit. With the style of play, with that level of aggression they brought into every match, Morocco is not even supposed to made it to semi-final. And my reason is this: when you are playing aggressively, there is high chances you're gonna end up with a red card. And that is why I think the officiating is poor. If you really want to be fair,
Yes.
you have to warn any team that is playing aggressively as a referee. And by the time you show 2-3 of them yellow cards, they will change their style. So, but I guess because the referee actually allowed them to play according to their game plan without checking their excesses, the Moroccans now felt like, okay, we can get away with so many things. So they continue to play the way they play. I didn't watch their game against Cameroon, but a lot of people complain that Cameroonians were equally robbed. Did you get to see that match?
Unfortunately, I didn't get to see most of Moroccan match. I didn't get to watch their match. I think I started watching their match as from the Nigeria's won.
Okay.
Nigeria's won. Now, I think both teams between Nigeria and Morocco, I think it was a 50-50 thing. I mean, those players were highly skilled. Now, you're dealing with Morocco's team. This is the best they've had so far. I'll repeat that again.
Yeah.
Now, if you've seen for the last 20 years, you can't boast of 5 Moroccan players on the biggest in the scene. Talking about in Europe, European football, they're not there. This is the best. This is the elite they've had for the last 20 years or 30 years, more like. So you can't entirely blame them for being desperate to win this competition. So they have to play all aggressively. I'm telling you, Morocco did their homework against any other team they want to go and they are going to meet. And so that's what they did with Nigeria.
Okay.
And also they did their also game plan. Mind you, the 120 minutes, which they played against Senegal, is the same game plan they did. And they brought the game in. And and they're also desperate to win that competition since 1976. Since that's 50 years, and that's a very long time for them. So and at the same time, AFCON will soon be, I think it's now concluded now. It's going to be a 4-year thing now. It's going to be a 4-year thing. So everything was just everything was just desperate to get it, especially.
Yeah.
Now, as I can see on what you put now, the penalty kick. Now, this is very surprising. This is not what I was expecting.
We will come to that shortly. I just wanted to clear the air first before we start diving into the final itself. Shout out to my brother Kamado Studio. Welcome, Uncle Patrick. How you doing today, sir? Kamado Studio said the aggressiveness is synonymous to the North African teams. They are all like that. Even CAF Champions League club level, it's the same. And we CAF really have to look into that. It's okay for team to play aggressively, but you should know that when you come into a soccer game or a football game rather, with that game plan, you might end up picking up yellow cards and eventually maybe 1 or 2 red cards. But if you allow them to get away with it, then where are we? You see what I'm saying? So Uncle Patrick said, I'm not surprised about Moroccan's attitude. The Arab Africans have always felt superior than other African nations. Absolutely. They do that a lot, and that's a mess. Okay. Let's talk about one more thing real quick before we go to the final, my brother. You remember the incident between Algeria and is it Congo? The Lumumba, Patrice Lumumba is from Congo, right?
I believe.
Is it Congo or Togo? I think it's Congo.
It's Congo, not Togo. Togo didn't qualify.
So the incident with the Patrice Lumumba guy, the guy who stood like a mannequin, raised his hand and all that, and the Algerian guy actually mocked him after they defeated Congo. And then our own boy,
I understood I was cutting it.
all right, can you hear me, Chucky? Hello? Hello, Chucky, can you hear me? I don't know, my internet just kind of freeze. Can you hear me, Chucky? Okay, Chucky is back. All right. Hey, Baba.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm glad you're back. It was my internet. I don't know what happened. It freeze for a while there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so I was talking about the Congolese and that.
What's going on?
Can you hear me now? Chucky, can you hear me? You are muted. Oh boy. Let me go to the chat and see if I can fix whatever is happening. All right. Can you guys hear me? Oh, thank you, Kamado. Kamado say he can hear me. So I think it's network. Oh, Chucky will be back. So guys, tell me, what do you think about that monumental moment where Patrice Patrice Lumumba, yes, of Congo. What can you guys tell me about that moment when Patrice Lumumba was honored at the AFCON? Because to me, I think that is where the history was actually made. I cherish that moment. You are back, my brother. I cherish that moment where the Nigerian guy kind of, raised his hand in solidarity with the Congolese. I think that should be the highlight of the African Nations Cup for me. It was really a monumental moment. What are your thoughts, Baba?
It was what he did was very significant. Trying to resurrect the memory of a past leader. I mean, for what he's done during the the Pan-African situation back then. I think that was in the 60s or 50s. So very significant and very educative for those who don't know. That can help out in African history. For Nigeria to emulate that kind of stance, because I hate to say, was this sort of a racial kind of thing that happened on that actual day? Because this is Africa we're talking about, and we are talking about how Africa has been oppressed from the past. Now, when you see something like that, that's significant. That's something significant, and for them, I'm sure they don't even know the history of that guy in Morocco, of that, because like you said earlier on before, they're kind of they think themselves of high superior, way beyond other African countries. Now, for Nigeria, I can't remember his name, for to emulate that, then that will go into the
History books.
yes. It's just like you're looking like Rashid Yekini when he scored the first goal for Nigeria. 30 years, that photo is still there. It's still there, as you know, serves as uh, a celebration of being black or something like that. Now,
Yeah.
for what he did against Algeria, for that is the sweetest karma you can always ask for.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
And it was just when he did that, I was like, I wasn't expecting it. I don't know about you, but it was sweet.
Yeah, I think just like Uncle Patrick pointed out, and like we all agree that the Arab countries in Africa, they don't really identify as Africans. I think they are probably not teaching the boys African history in
No,
the Arab nation.
no, they don't.
Okay, might possibly, which might be a disadvantage to the Algerian player, because he probably lacked the significance of what Kuka was doing. Shout out to Misty again. Like Misty said, Kuka making the hand-standing gesture for 90 minutes plus in honor of Patrice Lumumba, a Congolese icon, was one of my best moments. And I think a lot of us can, in fact, majority of us West Africans, we can relate with that. And that is why it gladdens my heart that Akon actually did the same thing after we defeated the Algerians, just to let them know that, hey, this is an hero that is being replicated right here in the stadium. So to me, those are some of the takeaway from AFCON for me. And like I was saying about our education system in Africa, I think Akon might probably know the history. Akon might know more about Patrice Lumumba than the Algerian guy. Now, I don't want to take away from the Algerian guy, because I guess the guy later came back and apologized to Kuka as well as the Congolese. He thought maybe it was just one of those stadium banter that used to happen, during soccer game. So I think that guy did the right thing by apologizing. What are your thoughts about that, bro?
First of all, what team does he play for in the club level? Do we know what club level is? Because if for that kind of performance, I believe maybe if I don't know what club he plays for. If he plays in somewhere like the Spanish league or something like that, they have kind of characteristic behavior of doing such an act. But
Okay.
I don't know what. Well, I don't know who he plays for or something like that. But I'm sure he plays for an elite club. Now,
Europe.
yeah, in Europe, yes. Now, for that man to stand on every match which Congo played for, I stood there for 90 minutes. My question is, if I don't know much about this gentleman, I would like to ask, why is he standing there for 90 minutes? I would love to find out that. That's kind of like educating yourself and find out why is he standing there for 90 minutes. To stand there for 90 minutes is not an easy easy thing to do. It's not these modern day footballers that we have right now. If you poke them with finger, they'll start rolling teeth, 3 times staying on the floor, finger punch. Those players can't do it. Even though they call themselves super athletes, then they can't do what he did. They can't do it. Rather, what he did was mind of trying to educate the younger generation of what the actual person did. Why that person have a statue in his own country of what he did for that country. I think he was killed.
Yeah, by I think it was the Belgians or something. Yeah. But
he was,
I didn't get rid of him.
Yeah, he was assassinated back in the day. So for a match at 90 minutes, you got to respect that kind of situation. You got to respect that kind of thing, you know. But like I said, like we've decided to say that Morocco don't know much of further African history, if I may add.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for at least making it make sense, my brother. Commando Studio said AFCON will subsequently be a 4-year affair. CAF has introduced a new tournament, the African Nations League, that will be played yearly, just a replica of the UEFA Nations League. Anyway, whether they make it 4 years or 2 years, what really matters is let them improve on the officiating and the quality of the broadcasting. These are some of the things that actually discourage people from really following African games. All right. Let's keep it moving. Misty said, like I said, Algeria, Morocco, and most North African countries discriminate against Black Africans on the continent. Absolutely. We know that. We all know that. They don't count themselves as Africans, and I don't blame them. I think until we Black Africans, we get our acts together, especially the leaders, until they start the writing and moving African forward, that's when people will be proud to say, okay, I'm a proud African and all that. Chucky, you were saying something?
Yeah, you strike the chord right there. I mean, that's what it should be. The bigger, what's it called? Oh, sorry. The Africans need to wake up on this kind of thing that's just happened, actually, because what actually happened was uncalled for, wasn't dignified, wasn't relatively inspiring to the rest of Africa, actually. But this should be a wake-up call with, like Nigeria, Ghana, all those countries to see this kind of situation. So, yes.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Misty said, Kuka has been doing it since 2013. It's only now that he has come to limelight, but some of us have been following him. Oh, wow. Wow. Misty.
Yeah, it's true, actually, because he's been saving a lot. I think he saved for 2 years to get into this competition for all this match, which he mentioned.
My God. Yes. You see, these are the type of people we should be doing GoFundMe for. Honestly, these are the type of people we should be raising fund for. I know they don't speak English. If he speak English, I wouldn't mind try to reach out and find him just to bring him to the channel to see if people can actually donate for him. I'm so proud of what he did. But coming back to what Misty said, one of the things that I do say on this channel is there is a fortune in every misfortune.
Exactly.
See, whenever I say that quote, people think, oh, Ben, this is just one of your regular saying. There is no impact. Believe me, these are some of the principles I've lived with, and I've seen it work over and over again. Sometimes when you find yourself in some disappointing situation, God might actually wanted to use that disappointment to lift you up. Now, like Misty said now, I'm going to admit, I never even heard of Kuka. I don't even know he does this for this work. But right now, in this tournament, Kuka would have just come and gone without being noticed. Maybe he can just get 1 or 2 mention here and there. Nobody would have really paid more attention to the significance of what he had done. But the fact that the Algerian player choose to mock him, that somehow has now been turned around to be a blessing in disguise to him. I think even people from his country, they'll begin to see him as a hero now. What do you think, Baba?
Even though the Algerian player didn't even mock him, he's already a martyr now. He's there already, even though that, regardless of what that Algerian player did, he's there already for what he did. I mean, Uncle Bino, me and you can't do 90 minutes, can we?
I can't even do 10 minutes.
I can't do 10 minutes for that. I can't do that. It's I think that's the best thing I've seen on the AFCON for the last, I should say, since the beginning of AFCON. I've not seen such act like that before. So what he's done, I'll give him the praise. I mean, it's unfortunate we can't speak his language, which is French.
Yeah.
But no, maybe Abby can translate it. It can be our translator.
Come on, Chucky. How do you want Abby to translate? You've started. Chucky, you are looking for trouble. You are looking for trouble, bro. All right. Let's keep it moving, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's move on to the main part of the show, y'all. Oh, Misty saying something here. Misty say, Ayubi, you are aware that Morocco offered Kuka $2,000 per match to stay in Morocco as an ambassador after Congo's elimination, but he declined. He loves DRC and Congo. Oh my God.
Yeah, he has the right to do that, because if he does that now, are you there for what you're representing, or are you going for the money? Which one is it? I can't go. If I'm doing something like that, I'm not going there. Yes, I will go for the money, but for the right purpose, which is representing the country. Now, if he goes way beyond that, that's 90% of people will decide that he's going there for the money. So he made the right decision.
Okay, that's a good one. Thank you, Misty. Thank you for educating us on that. Of course, that is what UB and Real Fam stands for. We come here to learn, to educate, and I think even me, I'm learning now. And Kamado is saying the same thing. Kamado said he was offered $2,000 per match for the remaining AFCON matches. Ooh, that's a good gesture, dude. All right, let's now talk about the big one. AFCON Final chaos, walkout threats, Mané's intervention, and Senegal's extra time glory. If you're ready, guys, I am so ready. And this is the time I like to tell everybody watching right now that it's about to look like this.
I don't want peace. I want problems, always.
All right. Thank you, Chucky, for hanging out with me. And thank you, everybody in the chat. Shout out to all of you watching right now. Please hit the like button. Please do me that favor. We're talking about AFCON Final chaos. We're about to see where we are, where we stand as the matter day for ground. I see you, Raymond. What's up, Raymond? You're welcome to the show. All right. Now, let's quickly look at what went down during the AFCON final. Watch this highlight, my people.
To try and find this penalty.
That is the chaos. What you're watching right now is the chaos that happened during the AFCON Final. When the referee gave the Moroccan team a penalty at almost the last minute of the game, and the Senegalese were like, no, we're not having it. We're not Nigerians. This actually made me laugh. The Senegalese were like, no way, we are not Nigerians. We're not going to take this bullshit. This is a view center in New York.
Tranquilo. Hey Allah. You too tall. I can't see. You too tall. I can't see. Oh my God. Hey, Mameti. Hey, what be it, Mameti?
Leader, legend, captain. Mane is on the pitch telling them, let's play. Whatever happens, what's God's will is God's will. Whatever happens, happens. Mane stood there like a leader. He stood there like a boss. And that's what he is. Mane is only the third player in African history to win multiple AFCONs and multiple African Player of the Years. He joins Roger Miller and Samuel Eto'o. What a legend Mane is. And now it gets to the conversation of where does Mane rank in all-time African greatest players of all time? He scored so many Premier League goals. I think he's potentially in the 100 clubs in the Premier League goals. He's won a Champions League. He's won a Premier League. He's won AFCONs. He's an amazing player to watch. He's a leader. He's a legend. What more is there that he needs to do to be in the conversation? And the conversation I'm talking about are Drogba's, Yaya's, Salah, Eto'o, George Weah, these type of names. Mahrez, you put Mane in that, and it depends now who gets knocked down those lists. Mane is a certified legend of the game. He's a certified legend of African football, and we have to respect him while he's here. Let him smell his flowers. 2 AFCONs. Senegal never won an AFCON until Mane rolled up.
Senegal were about to abandon the game. It looked like they had just lost it on the very last kick. See, Senegal had a problem. Before the game even started, they reported Morocco to the Confederation of African Football. The day before the final, Senegal arrived, but no security. The players have to push their way through the crowds. Ahead of a huge final, where are they training? In Morocco's complex. They get a pitch, and Morocco can see their tactics. So they tell the African Confederation, we're not training there. Before the game even kicked off, they were unhappy with how things were going. But that was just the start of it. 94th minute, they thought they had won it. Second Hakimi, jostling for the ball. Nothing really in it. But Hakimi loses balance, goes down. Sek wins the header, Senegal end up scoring. But VAR say, nah, we're not having that. 0-0, no goal. And then 2 minutes later, Diouf on Brahim Diaz. Arm round his shoulder, maybe gives him a little pull. Brahim Diaz goes with it, falls into it. Diouf wins the header. Morocco say penalty. The ref says penalty. Senegal's manager, see you later then, we ain't playing. Players, get off the pitch. So the Senegalese team, they head back to the dressing room. We're not playing. See, it was their treatment before the game, decisions in the match. They had had enough. But Mane says, let's come back on. If a team refuses to return to the pitch, the ref can just abandon the game. Morocco get the win. Of course, Brahim Diaz steps up to take it. Kisses the ball. Means it. He's going to win it for his country. Mendy tries to get in his head, but Brahim Diaz steps up with a Panenka. Mendy doesn't even really move. Just catches it. Thanks a lot for that, Brahim. Brahim Diaz afterwards doesn't seem massively upset. People are thinking, has he done that on purpose? Tells his manager something, so no one can lip read it. But are you really going to kiss a ball before you take it in a major tournament and go and miss it? The manager's job's on the line. He's been told if you don't win this game, you're out the door. And then extra time starts. Senegal go 1-0 up. Brahim Diaz gets subbed off. Tears start coming. and then Senegal win the match. Mendy after the game was asked, did Brahim Diaz miss that on purpose? He says, nah, he was trying to score.
Senegal players have stormed off the pitch in the AFCON Final. They were literally refusing to play, and Sadio Mané had to pretty much beg his teammates to get on the pitch and play on with the game. This came after VAR awarded Morocco a penalty right at the end of the game and the scoreline was 0-0. VAR took ages to try and find this penalty, and it literally a dive from Brahim Diaz. Makes it even worse is 5 minutes before this penalty was given, Senegal literally scored a fair goal, and it was ruled out because of this little push here. So I'm with Senegal on this. It's an absolute disgrace. They have a fair goal ruled out, and VAR tries to give Morocco the softest penalty ever in the final of AFCON. Literally left the pitch. They were so fuming. Mané was the one to get them together. Now, luckily for Senegal, Brahim Diaz missed his penalty and was one of the worst penalties ever. The question is, did he miss on purpose? He probably should have missed on purpose, because I think Brahim Diaz himself probably knows that wasn't a penalty, and maybe he feels bad for diving, because it was a disgrace. This is the final of AFCON. And it's not a good look, because it looks like clear corruption. There was kind of theories that they wanted Morocco to win because it was being hosted in Morocco, and this isn't helping those theories. But justice is restored as Senegal have scored to make it 1-0.
This AFCON 2025 final is one of the greatest of all time. It is right up there with that World Cup 2022 final, Argentina versus France. In terms of pure drama, pure entertainment, this one is even higher for me. I cannot remember the last time a game got my blood boiling like this, my heart racing like this. Pure entertainment, and it would have been a big shame and disgrace if it ended on that refereeing decision. You do not allow such decisions to end such caliber of game. Hakimi, thank you, agent of justice. I don't care whether you miss it on purpose or it was, or you miss, anyhow you miss it, thank you. I don't know who you think you are. In an AFCON final, the very last kick of the game potentially, you are trying to panenka the goalkeeper. Are you Zidane? Who are you? These are the real lions of Africa, Senegal. All those indomitable lions, Atlas lions, all of you are fake. This is the real lion from today on. Final. Two teams that were equally matched in my opinion. I totally enjoy. You see, in my opinion, that was a penalty. I thought it was a penalty. My only problem was, if you are giving a penalty, you have to give Senegal that goal earlier. I don't have any problem with that. For me, it was a clear penalty. They pulled him down in the box. But you have to give that other foul. It's as simple as ABC. If it was based on this game, I was entertained. I was like, Senegal, what a team. Morocco, what a team. The way Morocco started the second half, kept trying. If they catch El Kabi, Diaz, all of them run from Morocco, run, they go your club. May they not catch you this night. Because you people totally sold this game. Despite everything CAF tried to make the host nation win, justice prevailed. Football prevailed tonight. Sadio Mané, what a guy, what a leader. All the Senegalese players wanted to go. The coach was telling them go. He told them, come back here. Come back here and watch this football. Come and play this football like men. Finish this game like men. If not for him today, would they have won their second AFCON in the last 3 years? Never. This is a proper team. I kept telling you guys. That time they were playing, I was saying, this is the only squad right now that can compete with the Nigerian squad. Proper squad. Strong men. Look at Pape Thiaw. That one a cannon day in leg. All his shots, fire. Throughout this tournament, he has been lighting shots like that. This is not the first time he's doing that. And what a goal by him. Imagine that. How poetic. After that penalty miss, Abi Mendy saved penalty. They go on to win the game in extra time. This is how it's supposed to be. And well-deserved win for Senegal. They have done it. They have triumphed. The whole of Africa is happy. I've not seen anybody that is angry at this. When Nigeria was complaining that, we are feeling that every 50-50 is going against us, we thought we were mad people. Today it has been on full display. Everybody has seen it. And despite all that, Senegal still won. Come on now. What a team. What a nation. And AFCON 2025, thank you. I enjoyed it. AFCON 2025, this is one of the best AFCONs ever. From the stadium to the infrastructure to every single thing. The only complaint of AFCON 2025 is the officiating. That is all. Any other thing, logistics, everything, wonderful, perfect. Morocco, you have given us an amazing tournament.
Can I just get a towel to just pat my head? Because that was the most insane game of football I've ever seen take place on the African continent in my life. And I'm almost 40 years old. I mean, that had everything in terms of refereeing decisions, a bit of chaos, as you said. But in the end, I think the right team won and the better team won. The best team in all of Africa won. Morocco were getting all the plaudits, given what they did at the World Cup. But this is all about a legacy.
Hit the like, please.
All about a legacy.
Help me get the likes up. Tap on your screen.
And in my opinion, Senegal is the best team on the continent of Africa in the last decade. The stats back it up. The finals appearances back it up, and now you get 2 AFCON trophies in the last 3 opportunities to put your hands to that trophy. The biggest moment, though, Stefano, it wasn't the goal that was scored, it was leadership that we saw. Sadio Mané going back to that locker room. When I saw that, that was a game changer, and that was the platform that gave Senegal the opportunity to win the whole thing.
He's getting all the players off the pitch. He's getting them all off the pitch. Hey, fair fucking play. They said, nah, bun this. We're walking off, bruv. They've had enough. They said, bun this. Big up Senegal, man. Any Senegalese in here, bless up to you as well. Big up to you. That's fucking crazy. This referee, man. Sheffield United, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is class. This has been the most entertainment we've had all fucking game, because the game's been shit. I don't know how long they get to come back on the pitch before the forfeit, innit? But it will be a 3-0 forfeit otherwise. Jackson's about to punch someone up. Morocco manager saying, don't get involved, bruv. Just all stay on the pitch. If they want to walk off, we just stay on the pitch. Gotta love the African nations, man. They don't ramp. They're like, nah, bun this. We're walking off. Fucking brilliant. That game was so shit. And this is the most entertainment we've had. This has been class. This referee, man. Right, it is funny. Trust me. This is hilarious.
What did I just see in the African Cup of Nations final, bro? Brahim Diaz in the final of the Cup, the final with everything on the line, has a chance to put Morocco up 1-0. This man decides to chip the goalkeeper, and Mendy stands down the middle, grabs the ball, and literally laughs at him. Brother, this is the worst penalty I've ever seen taken in any final. I don't care if it's a World Cup, a Euro, I don't care what competition, brother. The African Cup of Nations on the line, you decide to chip your goalkeeper and you miss a penalty like that, brother. This is the definition of young players living in the social media time. This man was aura farming. This man was looking for a clip. This man was clip farming. He decides to do that in a final when all you got to do is pick a side and smash it. That was disrespectful to football. I feel bad for all Moroccan fans because y'all did not deserve to see that on your screen. Awful. And they go on and lose the final because the boy Brahim Diaz decides to go for a stupid chip. One of the dumbest decisions I've ever seen in any final ever, bro.
I have no idea what you were thinking today. But what you did today is going to go down as one of the most embarrassing moments in the history of AFCON and potentially football. 98th minute, a penalty gets awarded to Morocco. And Brahim Diaz, after such stoppage, after the players have walked off the pitch, after Mane is trying to get his players on the pitch, after all of that, you decide to do a Panenka? A Panenka?
That was crazy.
That was crazy.
A Panenka.
That was crazy, my brother. All right.
You know what, right? Yeah, this was just the weekend of Pinnacle, whatever that is called, because Man City did the same thing during the weekend. And I'm looking at this one that happened yesterday. I was just laughing. And I was like, this shouldn't be happening. That's very, very disrespectful to play that kind of penalty shots. I don't know.
Absolutely.
It was ridiculous.
All right, let's start looking into this, my brother. If you are just joining us, you're welcome. I see you, Swatter. How you doing? Thanks, Care. Is that thank Care Jizim? I'm sorry, but I see you. You're welcome, my brother. Yo, Sam. What's up, Sam? How you doing? Sister Chinye, you're welcome. And of course, my lovely sister Bilba. How you doing? Okay, Chucky, let's quickly analyze this final because it's crazy. I have so much to talk about. But first, let me go through the comment. Sam said nothing would have happened to Morocco players, of course. And Sam also said Nigeria did nothing in the attacking game. play. Morocco played well, and as usual, there is officiating bias in Africa, especially the northern part of Africa, and that's what we'll be saying all along. Frank said, "We thank God the right team won the match. Kudos to Sadio Mané." Absolutely. Misty says, "Sadio Mané led his team to conquest. We applaud him for his great leadership skills." Yeah. And Swata said, "Crazy." Swata also said, "Well, he didn't do his homework versus the Edward Mendy." I think he was talking about the guy who took the penalty. Okay, so let's take it one step at a time, Chucky. First of all, the first problem I had with the officiating in the final game was the first call. Let me upload some of the images to the screen so everybody can see what we're talking about. Let's see if this is the right image. Okay, Chucky, let's start with this one. This is where the ref actually pissed me off. Like I said when I started the show, I'm a guy who believes a game is a game, and sometimes not all decisions will go your way, and sometimes ref can actually make mistake. But when the mistake is obvious, or let's say when the mistake is a crucial one that can actually determine the winner or loser of a game, I don't support referees in that. Now, here, there was a corner kick, and the Senegalese player, as well as the Moroccan player, they were going at each other. From my angle, what I saw was the Moroccan player, I think that was Hakimi. Hakimi was the one here. What I saw was the Moroccan player trying to man-mark the Senegalese player. And for those who are not familiar with football terminology, when you man-mark a player, it means you wanted to go at that player strength for strength, physical to physical. And in cases like that, what we usually end up with, if there's going to be foul at all, is what we call a 50-50 situation. Most time, refs don't really take that into consideration. If it is a situation of you man marking, man marking is quite different from zona marking, right? My brother Chucky.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so for me, this is what I saw. I saw a man marking situation. Hakimi trying to go head to head with the Senegalese player who was going to attack the corner kick. Now, while he moved forward to man-mark the player, he put his hands on the player. And the normal reaction in a football game is, you, the attacking player, as soon as somebody put their hands on you, they're going to shove you or push you somehow. So you also have to put forward your hands so you can equally muzzle some strength to mitigate that shoving or pushing. What went down here was the Senegalese player was kind of faster. So as they were struggling, Hakimi slipped. That's what I saw. It's not like the Senegalese player intentionally pushed him. No, it's more or less like a 50-50 situation. So Hakimi slipped. The player knocked the ball and it went straight into the net. Then the ref canceled the game. Now, this is the most significant part of what went down there. The Senegalese were going to the ref and they were asking the ref to go to the VAR. The ref refused. He just made it an on-field decision without consulting VAR. Now, from what I've observed since the introduction of VAR, as soon as there is a goal involved or a situation that might lead to either yellow card or red card, sometimes, especially if anything happens in the box 18, and it's not clear, the ref will usually consult the VAR. In this case, the ref did not do that. He stood on his ground and he stood by the call he made right there on the pitch without consulting the VAR. Now, we're going to move on to the other side of the pitch, what happened there. But Chucky and Sam are in the building. Baba Chucky, what did you observe in this situation? The cancelled goal.
Right. My take is this right here. Modern defenders are just how should I put it? Shaky leaves. Any slightest touch, they're going to go down. Now, from my take on what actually happened there, my take for that player that happens to try to run in to get into the ball and the guy pushing his hand. In my own experience, he should have put his hand down for him to do the running, for him to clearly push him off. He should have put his hand down and run into that box.
You mean the Senegalese player should have put his hands down?
He put his hands down and run into that place. Wait for him to click you, the Moroccan player to click you, and that would have been a clear disadvantage from the other side. Now, when I say the new generation players is youngsters, they are not too experienced when it comes to defending. I'm not going to disrespect their craft. They do well what they do. I mean, they get paid for what they do. But for the outcome of this, for the push, to me, that is clearly a penalty for what he did. For what I see.
The first one, I'm the one you see here is the first one.
Yes.
You did see that part?
Which part are we talking about? Are you talking about the last minute of the last seconds of the game?
No. The first goal scored by Senegalese that got cancelled.
Oh, they got cancelled. Oh, yeah.
I'm looking for the video now. Maybe
if you could, yes, it will help because yesterday was more of like emotional trauma. I mean, if you could run that video, that would
help. Okay. Sam, while I'm looking for the video, Sam, did you also saw what happened there?
Yeah, Uncle Beno, I agree the whole house. So what we should understand is there's been a build-up. So I already expected a lot was going to happen in the final. And Morocco has put so much into this competition, apart just from what we see on the pitch of play, their total sports and football development. I was listening to our big uncle, Larry Zamoji, when he did a full analysis of how Morocco did a revamp of their football mentality and their football culture. And it's a whole lot down to the grassroots. Most of their players move up from the grassroots to the second level, to the third level, like that, till they get to this stage. And the facilities and everything that has been put on ground. So I knew a lot was going to happen. Let me first talk about Nigeria versus Morocco. Nigeria-Morocco game was a very, very tactical game. I think our coach respected the Moroccan players so much, probably because of the pressure and playing against the host nation. They didn't attack Morocco at all. And you can see the difference between how we played Morocco and how Senegal played Morocco. Senegal played Morocco playing the ball into space, and Morocco had runners attacking through Hakimi's wing. So, and Morocco's strength in the attack is also on the right side. So there was a kind of, how will I put it now, like a counter to Morocco's gameplay. Do you understand? Yeah, so that actually is why Nigeria, I don't think we had up to like 3 or 4 shots during the game, which was very, very poor. Yeah, so but coming back to this incident, it's natural position for both a defender and an attacker to, because that's what we see today in today's football modern game. Both players hands over each other. Because if cancelling this goal, that means probably like 50% of Arsenal's goals scored from corners will be cancelled. That's what they are trying to tell us. Because most of their goals come from a lot of
on the screen, right? Are you watching the video on my screen now?
Yes, I am. I see it now.
Okay, Sam, do you see the video on the screen? Okay, that
yes,
is
I
the
can
one.
see the video.
All right. Go ahead with your analysis,
Yeah,
Sam.
yeah. So, like I was saying, most of the goals now being scored from corners come from you trying to gain an advantage over the defender, and the man marking system that was used by Morocco. You can even see from the video that in the picture above, there was still one of their player holding on to the waist of a Senegalese player. So this is what we see naturally in the box because everybody wants to gain an advantage. So, and Hakimi and the Senegalese player were holding on to each other, trying to gain that advantage. Because if you don't gain that advantage in a few seconds, the ball is in your net. So, if you look at it very well, Hakimi slipped. His right leg gave way.
That's what I saw.
That is why, yes, and that is where that's where the Senegalese player got that advantage because it was 50-50. Both of them holding on to each other, both of them touching each other, both of them pushing each other. So that is the reason why you see the Senegalese players were telling the ref to go and check because it was evident that Hakimi slipped. It was not because of the pulling and the pushing that made Hakimi go down that way. And because he was trying to recover, when he saw that he couldn't, then he raised his hand up, trying to draw the referee's attention to an infringement because he can clearly see that the ball is in his net. So the truth is the bias was so glaring because if there was no bias, I was expecting the referee to go to the monitor to look at it again over and over and make his judgment. But like we see, Morocco, they were hosts and they got a lot of favorable decisions go their way. And unfortunately, everything played out. Fortunately for Senegal, how it played out. And Senegal lifted the trophy. So I think Providence actually just took over and everything played out how we saw it.
Thank you. Thank you, Sam. Stick around, Sam, because we're going to still look at other part of the final. Now, Chucky, you saw what went down, right? That's what I was explaining earlier.
I want to ask Sam a question. Do you think that this decision was right or wrong?
To cancel the goal, absolutely wrong. No, absolutely wrong because that was a 50-50. You can see the 50-50 contention and Hakim is sleeping.
Okay.
That was a clean goal. Clean.
Yes. You know, in the Premier League, right? Yeah. Like you mentioned that Arsenal going by this, it will be cancelled. It will be cancelled if Arsenal did this. Now,
no, I thought if you're going by this judgment, then most of their goals from corner kicks will be cancelled because most times you even see Gabriel shading the goalkeeper or a player shading the goalkeeper so that Gabriel can nod.
Okay. Now, you see what I'm looking at now. This is what I'm going to say to you right now, right? Yeah. You see the player, the opposing team, which is what's the name of that team? Senegal. Now, my take is this: if you're going for the ball, right? Yeah, he should have moved to the right with his hands down. His hands can be up, and place your hands between the abdomen area for him to instigate that kind of push on the chest. I myself would have gone to the right hand side. Take him to the left, then deceive him to the left, then go all the way to the right. Then he has an open space to head in that ball. Now, when you do a pushing like that, as though it looks like a wrestling match or something like that, that's why it calls to say that's a foul. Now, you're saying that Hakimi slipped. To me, he didn't slip, actually. He was actually running to get to him, to block his way in, and probably just messed up his way into that. So, to my call, I think that's a very good decision there.
On the part of the referee?
Yes, on the part of the referee. That's the way I think it is.
Okay. If you look at the video very well, the flight of the ball, the flight of the ball also contributed because Hakimi was thinking and the Senegalese player was thinking the ball was going to come as in close further down. So that's why you see the Senegalese player was trying to move back, then he moved forward. at that slight moment was when Hakimi went down.
Okay.
Because he was also trying to look at the flight of the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me ask a question here. And Chucky, I'm going to ask you first. Oh, thank God you are in the UK, Arsenal fan. Oh, Sam, sorry, I didn't want you ahead of time. This now die-hard Arsenal fan, and you know how they can be with their wahala. The die-hard Arsenal fan, their wahala don't they finish, okay? But let's be objective for a minute here. Chucky, don't you think the ref should have consulted the VAR on this one?
He should have consulted the VAR on this, actually. No matter whether it's a foul or not, he should have gone to the referee. I mean, to consult with the VAR officials to say to take a look at this to see if it's the actual point. Now, for him to make that decision, I think the reason why he made that decision he's right in front of those players.
It doesn't matter. Chucky, it doesn't matter. If he had
No, it matters because the referee is the overall decision maker here. He can overrule what the VAR says. Do you know that?
But sometimes when they consult the VAR, it gives them that second chance to re-examine the situation from different angles. Okay? Because what majority of us we saw here is Hakimi sleeping. And again, remember, this is a one-on-one situation. It's a 50-50. He was doing man-marking. So he should have consulted the VAR. That's just what I think was wrong. Okay. Now, when we go to the second scenario, you will see why I stand with the VAR thing. But first, before we move on, let's have a poll on this one. The poll on the screen right now. Everybody, please pick up your keypads. Drop a 1 if you think this decision right here is the correct decision. Drop a 1. If you think it's a blunder by the referee, drop a 2. Please, let's vote now. And while we're waiting for the vote, Swanta said the VAR should have called the ref to come check for himself. That's what I'm thinking too. And Swanta also said, no, you can't put your hand down. This is natural position for 50-50 contention to gain space and advantage. We all know this in football now.
Uncle Bino, I understand where you're coming from, right? Yeah, I understand what everyone is saying, but there's a way that you place your hand on, and it seems to me that you are pushing that guy away, which on outside. Okay, let me ask you a question now. If that happened outside play, that's not that point. Will it be called a foul or not?
It won't be a foul to me. It's a 50-50.
Mind you, it's very funny. They might not call it a foul, actually.
Yeah.
They might not call it a foul.
Right. Okay. Faith said if it goes to Morocco was given the penalty, I don't think Senegal would have worked out. Okay, that is on the second one. But on the vote, Uncle Dayo, you're welcome. Uncle Dayo said 2. Faith voted 2. Samuel Akeade votes 2. All right. So everybody is like, this is a blunder. Anyway, before we go to the second scenario, let me hear from Uncle Dayo real quick. Uncle Dayo, I don't know how long you've been watching, sir. How are you doing?
Thank you. Thank you, Uncle Beno. Thank you for just having me.
How are you, sir?
I'm fine, Oga Sam and Shoki. How are you, sir? Happy New Year.
Thank you very much. Happy New Year to you. Thank you for
now,
the
I wanted to say something. Oh, thank God. I wanted to say something. First off, look at the position of the referee before the foul. The referee is just about few feet away from the two players. That means he could see everything clearly. It was not obstructed. They were like virtually in front of the referee. And now for the referee not to see that as a slip, it baffles me, because even we watching from a distance, we could see that the guy slipped and fell. Of course, in a contention like that, in a competition like that, when you want to go for the ball, the very first rule is to protect yourself, because the other party coming to block you. We've seen a situation whereby, in such a case, if the attacker did not put out his hand first, the tendency is that the defender will have used, because his hand was already raised to stop him. You are running towards somebody that wants to stop you, and you want to put your hands down. It's not done. You too, you must be prepared to block the person so that I can get that advantage. As Sam said, it is a 50-50 opportunity. It's either he block you or you gain advantage over him. And in this case, luckily for this particular attacker, the defender slipped. But of course, because both of them are putting out their hands, the referee wanted to go with the so-called defender. But to me, he should have seen it as a slip. And then if he was in doubt, he should have just gone to the VAR. But for God knows whatever reason he did not do that, I don't know, because it was just a few meters away from this incident, and still went ahead to call it a foul. I don't understand.
That was crazy.
I don't understand.
You know why, Chucky and Uncle Ben, you know why I said he had to go to the VAR? The ball ended up in the net. Like, I don't understand how he was able to wave it clean and say no. It ended up in the net. So everything, VAR is supposed to summon him and say, come and review this again, because it ended up in the net.
The funny thing is that he even blew his whistle before that ball went in there. Yeah, he blew his whistle before
and
that
he's
ball
not
went
supposed to. He's not supposed to.
Exactly. You see?
You
All right.
can see a lot of mistakes.
All right. Let's keep it moving. Shout out to Swata. Swata also said this is a blunder. Swata voted 2. Gift John, you're welcome. Gift voted 2. My brother Okechuku, how you did, my brother? You're welcome. And Samuel said, since there is an infringement when the corner kick was taken, the referee could have just gone to check VAR or save his head and ask them to play the corner kick again. He may not ask them to play it again, but I think going to the VAR would have been a much better call. Now, why am I emphasizing this VAR situation? Let's move on to the next scenario. What happened in the next scenario? I'm going to share an image right now that can actually help us understand what went down. So here is another image on the 2 scenario that just went down. All right, thank you everybody for the vote. So Chucky, and if you look at my screen right now,
Yes, sir.
all right, you should see the picture to the right. I actually have a split image here. The one to the right is the last minute penalty awarded to Morocco. Now, this last minute penalty awarded was as a result of the infringement that took place between Moroccan player and another Senegalese defender. On this one, the verdict came back that the Senegalese player actually had his hand around the Moroccan neck and pulled him down. But here's the thing. When this corner kick took place and this infringement occurred, the referee already waved play on, like there are no issue here, until the Moroccan player was doing the same BS I've seen them done in La Liga severally, which is in La Liga, especially if you watch Barcelona a lot. Barcelona, they are very good at this shit. You touch them, they fall down, they will start wailing, raise their hand, wailing, shouting, going to the ref, complaining. Barcelona do that BS a lot that it literally frustrated me from watching La Liga. I'm sorry. And many teams in the La Liga, they do the same nonsense. They always complain. They do it all the time. That is what this guy did. So he continued to wail, shouting, going to the referee to complain, and then all of a sudden, the ref changed his mind. He went to the VAR. Coming back from the VAR, he now said this is a penalty. And that is when pandemonium broke out at the stadium. I don't know, anybody that watched the match, please tell me if my account is correct, if I actually describe what went down. So,
very important. Correct.
Okay, thank you. Uncle Dayo, is that the same thing you saw too? because the guy was just wailing, yelling. Everybody, all the Moroccans going after the ref. Finally, the ref went to the VAR. Uncle Dad, did you saw the same thing?
Exactly. It's just a kind of an oppressive situation. They just like intimidated the man to go and check the VAR. And of course, he has to bow.
You see? So that's
that pressure.
That's why I'm of the opinion that just a couple of minutes ago, you disallowed the goal without consulting the VAR. We have another situation here now in box 18. Because these players are wailing and yelling, you now went to the VAR. That is number one error from my own point of view. Now, the second thing from my point of view is this. FIFA already set clear rules regarding situations like this. And I'm going to read the rule right now briefly. Or if I have to show it to you guys on the screen, I can show you. But these are the rules. FIFA said a FIFA obvious foul rule primarily concerned denying an obvious goal scoring opportunity, where a red card is issued if a foul stops a clear chance to score, judged by distance, direction, control, and defenders. Then he went forward and said the advantage rule, which is law 5 of the VAR, allows referee to let play continue after a foul if stopping play harms the attacking team more, especially on promising attacks, but not for serious foul play or doxo, unless a clear goal opportunity arises. So for doxo is denying an obvious goal scoring opportunity, okay? For doxo fouls inside the box, a penalty and yellow card, which is a caution, are given if it was a genuine attempt to play the ball, but a red card if it was holding, pulling, or no genuine attempt. Now, those were the rules set by FIFA. In the situation that led to the Moroccan penalty awarded in the last minute of the game, I do not think the ref observed these rules. This is my opinion. Now, if you watch VAR, they are going to slow down the clip, right? And sometimes when they slow down the clip, what you actually saw may be exaggerated than when it actually play on in real time. So now the ref is believing that this defender committed this foul, no yellow card, no red card. And yet you are awarded a penalty at the last minute that can become a decisive game winner. Let's have this conversation. Baba Chucky, over to you, bro.
Right. It's very unfortunate what actually happened last night, I should say. In regards to defending the ball, I don't know how the other panelists will see what I'm going to say right now. Now, as a defender, if you're going to do something like that, you have to be very, very careful of what you're going to do, because in a situation like this, you're going to be awarded the penalty. Mm-hmm. Now, he's defending the ball. There's nothing wrong with him jumping for that ball rather than take that risky maneuver to do that. Mm-hmm. Now, what has happened here, I don't call it a foul. And that ball was not even intended for him. If you're talking about direct, you said something about if the player is infringing a goal opportunity. That's not a goal opportunity there. That's not a goal opportunity. Rather, he sucked himself into that trap for that situation to happen. Which the referee had to call it a penalty. Now, I'm glad that he went to the VAR to go and cross-check this situation. If he doesn't know the rules, at least the VAR will be able to help him out. They can spend about 5 minutes to 10 minutes in the VAR call, and they will get that decision from what actually happened last night. And I believe they rushed into it, that decision, to say it's a penalty, because this is a very critical point, and that this had to be looked into very carefully to see if it's a foul or not. But in the case, in any other call, whatever it's going to be, that situation that happened, everybody walking out and everything, will still happen. That's my take on it.
Okay. Sam, what are your thoughts, bro?
Yeah, Uncle B. For me, if you look at the context of the game, the time of the game, and with lots of things that has been happening during the game, I see it as the Moroccan player being very, 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 how I put it now, was just taking advantage of the situation. And as a defender, you can shadow mark. You can shadow mark the man you're marking, and just protect. Trying to, because if you look at it very well, he had his hands on his shirt.
Over the shoulder.
Was it on the shoulder? Yeah, but he had his hand on the shoulder, right? But he had his hand on his shoulder, and the player is just being smart to take advantage of that situation and go to the ground. Everybody wants to get an advantage in the game of soccer. Everyone is looking for how to get an advantage over their opponent. So when you see that opportunity, you can look at it on his shoulder, back of his neck. So for me, the ref went rightly to the VAR and saw the infringement and blew as a penalty because it happened inside the box. So my own issue is the inconsistency of the ref, because if he had done the same thing and gone to the VAR for the Senegal's goal and given it, nobody will have probably. I'm not sure Senegal players will have walked out. They will have continued playing the game because probably if Morocco scores, it's 1-1. Do you understand? Yeah. So that denial of that goal and this happening at the dying moment of the game now all cumulated and made it look. That's why Senegal took that decision. Because for me, I think they've already had a meeting in their camp. They've seen the pros and the cons and everything that could go down and what they are going to do in certain situations. So when this happened, you could see the coach calling on the players to just come out. If they want to take the cup, let them just take it like that. Let's forfeit it, because it was already pre-planned. They already knew something like this could happen. And it happened, and they took that decision to work out. Yeah. So,
thank you, my brother.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on this
yes,
one,
sir? Yes, sir. I will agree with Sam, because if you look at that situation, that was actually a foul. As a defender, if you want to block an attacker, you don't do it so brazenly like that. He had his hand upon the guy's shoulder at the back. In fact, from the back. What experienced defenders normally does is that they be pulling at your jersey from the back around the waistline. Even the referee will not see their hand. Yes, that's what experienced all these World Star defenders always do. When they want to block you, they will put their hand behind you. The referee will not even see it. And by the time you be complaining onto the referee that, oh, you were being pulled, nobody saw it. But this one, he put his hand upon the shoulder of that attacker, and that's what really gave it away. The referee made the right call here, but you could have done the same thing during that first one that he disallowed, but he did not. Went to the VAR, tried to check it out, but this time around, it was the right call. Just that it was not consistent. That's just it.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, Okudayo. All right. Let's look at the final outcome of the penalty, the chaos. This is mad, man. First, let's examine the fans. What are your thoughts about the behavior of the Senegalese fans? They invaded the pitch. They were engaging the security guards on the pitch. And to me, that created tension. At first, when I watched the situation where the Senegalese were they are walking off the pitch, before the penalty shootout, my first impression was they were leaving the pitch for safety, because this can escalate. Like somebody said, if the Moroccans fans have also engaged the Senegalese fans, that would have been a pandemonium. There would have been loss of lives and so many things like that. And don't forget, these players that we have on the pitch, these are expensive materials. I'm sorry. They are like assets. These guys are expensive assets. Money. This is money playing right there on the pitch. So whenever there are disasters or all this rioting or stuff like that on the pitch, the first thing they want to do is to protect the players. So when I saw the Senegalese walking out, my first impression was, they were taking precautions in order to promote safety. Not when I saw Sadio Mané beckoning to his teammates to come back to the pitch, and then he actually has to walk into the dressing room to get them back on the pitch. Some people argue that the penalty that the Moroccan player took was a fair play penalty. Some said the walkaway by the Senegalese have actually kind of killed his morale before taking the penalty. For me, I don't think that's a fair play. I think he wanted to do a pinnacle and he did not work out. Remember, you are shooting a penalty against Mendy. Mendy, one of the top goalkeeper in the world. And you want to try a pinnacle? Are you kidding me? So, what do you notice generally from the fan breaking the rules to the players walking off the field to Mané leadership quality? Because to me, Mané is the calmest players I've seen on the pitch. For him getting his boy back and the Peneka, Shocky, your take, Baba.
Okay, yeah. In regards to that situation, this is just to tell you now that you're not fans should not mess around with the goalkeeper's towel, because that's what I think. That's what actually over there. I think when there was the situation with the towel issue, I think that had already escalated into a now different level of what's happening. So if they had those ball boys or the Moroccan officials or whatever they call themselves, would just respect themselves and leave that tower, this thing would not have happened. I think that's why I had boiled up too. And that's the reason why the Senegalese fan just went bananas or something like that in regards to it. Now, if you say something like it's not fair of what actually happened over there, it's a blatant foul. You can't put your hands around the shoulder on a box like that. You can't put your hands over the shoulder like that because they're going to give that a penalty. In Premier League, they're going to give that a penalty. They're going to pay that a penalty, but they will consult the VAR to see the infraction there. So what actually happened there, unfortunately, is a bad stain of a well planned competition. Now, I think Morocco is in competition of trying to host the World Cup. I wonder if this is going to tarnish it, trying to hold the World Cup after the USA '94. So they might lose out hosting the World Cup for this kind of mess. Yes, they might lose out on this. They might lose out on this. They have the infrastructures and everything. But if you see this kind of things that's happening right now, is this what we're going to deal with? Goalkeepers need their towels.
Yeah.
By this thing. So if they're giving the World Cup now, if they're being giving this World Cup now, is this what we're going to see from the Moroccans? So they're in bit of it. So I don't think what they did is right. And two, what I've noticed is this. In the Premier League, once it comes to the end of a game, let's say about 5 minutes to the end of the game, you will see every security detail around the whole pitch in their numbers to avoid a situation like this. That did not happen. If you look around there, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. Rather, they're concentrated on the towel.
Okay. Now, if we look at the penalty, what are your thoughts about that? And manage leadership.
At least that one overshadows that Nigeria's penalty kick. overshadows that one. But you're trying to win a competition for the first time in 50 years, and you produce something like that. That's an insult. A penalty is it's an insulting penalty take. If you don't know, it's very insulting. It's very insulting. For you to do something like that, it's not something. It's not in every player's category. You can't play that thing. It's only very few players that can do that. Messi is one of the few players that can do that.
And Zizou.
Yeah, exactly. I can't put Ronaldo in there. I can't put him there.
Ronaldo will never do a Panenka.
Ronaldo would never do it. Ronaldo would never do it.
Ronaldo, I like goals.
Yeah. Even Messi himself, he knows this is a goal that will make me win the World Cup. I can't do that nonsense.
Oh, my brother.
I can't do that nonsense. We're talking about 50 years old. If Nigeria haven't won this cup for 50 years, they have to be careful of the penalty taker who they're going to have to go and take to do that shot.
Yeah.
If Okocha is still playing today, even though, yes, he does his own craziness, there's a time for that and there's a time for this. He would never take that penalty like that. It's uncalled for.
Yeah.
It's very uncalled for.
I think for me, penalty is very simple. It's not simple, but why I say
it's not a simple. No, Uncle Bino.
It's a corner.
Penalty take is not easy. I don't know if you've done it in front of your crowd. If you've done it in the crowd, it is never easy to do a penalty kick. Forget about if it's easy. It's not. It's something that has got to do with your mental well-being. If you can do it, if you can do it, you're doing something as competitive as this. Your heart is doing about 60 beats per second to get this thing right. It's never easy. Right. So for him to go and do something like that is just trying to make a name for himself, to me, for doing that.
That's why we're all saying it's stupid. It's one of the stupidest things I've seen in football. A panicker, last minute, die minute, the penalty that can literally give the cup to your country. So in other words, you don't believe that it was an attempt at a fair play, Chucky. You don't think that's fair play, right?
No. It's not fair play anything. It's not fair play anything. Myself will never. I've got the opportunity to win myself a competition. Why would I want to fair play anything? I'm not their friends. Why would I do that? Fair play. If you want to make it a fair play, take the thing and give the ball to the crowd.
Okay.
Give the ball to the crowd.
What would you say about Sadio Mané, Baba? Mané.
Listen, Sadio Mané. Listen, I've always watched this boy ever since he busted on the scene. He's always like that. Very, as you mentioned, he's one of those calm players. You once in a lifetime kind of calm players to do what he wants to do. He had a problem with what's his name during his Liverpool days. He was calm about it, and he's a bigger man to any situation. He will say, "I apologize to you, generous to a fault, and everything." But what he did was what the actual Senegalese captain should have done rather than go into the dressing room. What
He's
he
the
did
captain,
is
I think.
no, he's not the captain.
Mané is not the captain?
No, he's not the Senegalese captain. He's not.
Ah.
He's not the captain. The captain, the actual captain, had to walk into the. Right now, he's the second. Captain, I believe. He's the second captain. So what he did is very, very second to the 90-minute system. He shows leadership. He shows this thing. Don't be surprised when this guy comes, takes in the shoes of George Weah to become president of Senegal one day. For that kind of situation he did. Don't be surprised if he goes into politics.
So the Pennecat, should we give the credit to Mendy for staying his ground?
For that to get that, I'll give him credit for him to do that. No, I mean, penalty is more of a psychological warfare. It's just a matter of how fast he's going to do it. When they do this thing, they have to do so much penalty takes, and I'm sure they practice this so many times of his movement and how agile he can be. And good for him. He saw that move immediately for him not to move. Most amateur goalkeepers would have moved to the right, to the left, and then just go into there.
All right.
So
thank you, my brother. Yeah, thank you, my brother Chucky. Just hang in there. Sam, your take. Crowd invasion, Senegalese walk off the pitch, Mané bring them back, and then this crazy Peneka.
And also Uncle Bino. Uncle Bino. And one thing, this guy stands about 6'5". You don't play that kind of penalty for a tall player like this. You don't.
Yeah, he blew it. All right, Sam, over to you, Baba.
Yeah. So for crowd control, I think, like Chucky rightly said, it's going to be a negative for Morocco. I think it's also a learning curve for them because it's something that is very synonymous with the general sports in the African game. It seems we don't take too seriously security, and this is one of the things you don't see. It happens in Europe, but it's very, very, very rare. Yeah, so like a competition like this, that does not go well at all, and they could have done better. For the penalty itself, that can't be fair play because when he was taking off the pitch, it dawned on him that, man, I've messed up. He was crying. To him, it's like he could rewind the moment and go back and actually do the right thing. And almost like the final kick of the game. The thing about penalty is a game, is a mental game. If you watch Argentina versus France, to the last kick, they actually it's not just to go pick the ball and just put into the net. It takes a whole lot of mental game. You would see where they were analyzing after Messi took his kick. Then Dybala came in. Dybala knew the keeper was going to dive, so he put his own penalty kick straight down the middle. So there is a lot of calculations going on also with penalty kick. And why I said the Madrid player didn't do his homework is the Senegalese keeper he's notorious for staying on his line during penalty kicks. Even at time when he was in Chelsea, one of the issues Chelsea fans have with him is he doesn't dive. Do you understand? He rarely dives. For penalty kicks, he doesn't dive. So and he had saved Aguero's penalty like this, Chelsea Man City. Yeah, same thing. So, but if you look at the penalty kick very well, if an unexperienced goalkeeper diving to the left, the ball is a goal.
It's a goal, exactly.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be taking this moment to do this. You do this when you are probably leading 2-3-0 up, and you want to do a PZ. Not One goal, settling a battle that has been on for 90 minutes with all the shenanigans. You play the ball with all the vigor and make sure it goes high, not too high, but difficult for the keeper to save. That I said, even Messi would not do this. He won't do this in this kind of scenario. He will be kicking the ball to the keeper's left. That's Messi's angle. He will be kicking the ball to the keeper's left ferociously, not trying to do this cheeky this thing. And if he had done his homework, he won't be doing this against Mendy, because Mendy is notorious for staying on his line. So the moment he did, I saw him and he didn't kick it with, I said, Mendy has caught this ball. And that's what happened. And for Mané, that was great leadership showed by Mané. He preferred to lose on the pitch,
Gallantly.
even if, yes, gallantly.
Yeah.
He went back, and even when the coach was saying no, he said, no, coach.
That coach Nagbero, I haven't seen him coach on a traditional level like that. I would tell his players to walk off the pitch. You know, the last time I saw something like this was when we used to play street football back in Nigeria.
Yes, now, and probably a decision goes your way, and one person just picks the ball and say, no, we are no more playing again. That's what we're seeing live on our TV.
One person can even carry the ball and run away.
So I think at the rush of the moment, the coach was not thinking very, very straight. Because even when you lose, if you lose gallantly, even if you have been robbed, you should still try and lose. I know it's difficult at times. And what we should understand was the time it took when all this shenanigans was going on actually helped Senegal.
I was going to
So it's also not out of place to stand your ground when you are being cheated.
Yeah,
because all those time, all those mental, everything, all those things all those things were intentional. It's not that it just happened by chance. That's what you have to understand. They were intentional acts, and that took off the penalty kick taker. Even when he wanted to take the penalty kick, they still wasted another 1 or 2 minutes.
Yeah,
where Mendy was doing some antics, and the taker, I've forgotten his name, Brahim Diaz, had to still go pick the ball up, put it back on the spot. All those things piles up the pressure. And like Chucky said, it's a pressure cooker moment. It's not as easy as we just view from our homes. It's in front of thousands of people. People are watching. Anything you do is analyzed to the end. So he shouldn't even have thought about saying, I'm going to do a Panenka. If he was shooting the ball straight with force, everybody would have understood that was not a Panenka, and he could have scored, because Mendy could have probably punched the ball into the net. So that's just my take on everything.
Thank you. I also think the walk-off contributed to how energetic they were in the extra time, because you can tell the goal was actually the product of a counter-attack. And that energy right there, coming from a team that has already played almost 100 minutes, that is commendable. But anyway, Uncle Dayo, what are your thoughts on the field invasion, Mané leadership, and the Penacasa?
On the field invasion, I think it was a kind of an aggravated situation whereby, the ball boys and some of the Moroccans people were busy taking the goalkeeper jersey. I mean, the goalkeeper's towel. They kept stealing it. I don't know why they were doing that. Maybe just to get him distracted, or maybe just to get him aggravated. Until the second goalkeeper.
It's part of the strategy. What? I think the gloves were wet. So if their hand is slippery, maybe that can give them advantage.
But they kept stealing the goalkeeper's towel. And they go and take it again, they go and steal it again. So even the second goalkeeper have to come and stand behind him to be able to wash over the towel. And when they wanted to come and take it again, he took it from them, and they were now busy trying to run after him to get away from him. I was like, what's going on there? So that was why I think when the fans saw it, they got very, very angry, and you know, they saw what happened. But as per the issue of the Panenka, that player was just too overwhelmed, because I can't imagine of all the options that you have to take a Panenka in that kind of a situation. In my playing days as a young man, I was a goalkeeper, and I'm from the school that you know, some other day goalkeeping now, it's like in a penalty shot, they will tell you, just pick a shot where you think the ball is coming, dive and go that side. If it comes your way, you catch it. It does not really matter. But in my own days, as a goalkeeper, I prefer to stay and watch where the ball is going, because I trust my reflexes. I can in an instance dive and I still catch up with the ball. But I don't know why in most cases now, in this modern day football now, goalkeepers are being told to pick a spot and dive. But somebody like Mendy, an experienced goalkeeper like that, you will have known that this is kind of an old school mentality goalkeeper. He will watch the ball before diving. He does not just dive. So you as a player are supposed to know that this is not a goalkeeper that will just now. If somebody like this man, you goalkeeper now, what's his name? This Cameroonian guy. I forgot his name. This black guy.
Jumping down.
Yes. Onana. Yeah, Onana. Someone like Onana will have flew off the pitch.
Somebody like Arsenal goalkeeper, they will have jumped everywhere. Like
why are you bringing Arsenal to this one now? What did Arsenal do? I have a decent goalkeeper. It's a sweeper goalkeeper.
Okay,
Yes, no disrespect. No disrespect. I'm just saying that, you know, an experienced goalkeeper like Mendy studies the ball. You'll have seen it in his kind of previous exploit on the field of play. You don't try it with such a person. Even if a Messi should play that kind of a penalty before a Mendy in that particular match, Mendy will have caught it. But Messi will never do that. Messi will have angled the ball. Messi will have angled the ball in the position that even the keeper, even though he dives in the right direction, will not be able to come near the ball. That's going to play the ball. And on the walking away, you know, it's like to me, it's a rogue move. A rogue move to like show you your protest, because they felt that the referee was not being fair with them. So they felt that they were being robbed. And they felt like, and the coach was like, all of you out of the pitch, let's get out of here. But I like the leadership skip of Mané. You know, the guy was more mature, much more relaxed. He has been that ever since his Liverpool, when he was playing for this Liverpool. He has always been cool-headed, calm, and always behaved like that. Even now, when he went to the Saudi Arabia League and he's still doing well there, he's still the same person. So coming back home now, I like the way he was cool-headed, took everything in strides, and went ahead and bring them back. But officially, the referee did not even handle the decision very, very well, in my own take, because things like that, you're supposed to see. You have a stand referee that all of you are supposed to come back and talk with this player. No. Try to calm them down, try to ease the tension, but nothing like that was going on. And the coach was not even on the side that, as I said, the coach is an Agboro coach. He just wanted to like scatter it all and then let us leave it so that the whole world will not judge. But thank God that they were able to come back and God finally gave them the victory. To me, this kind of situation goes to show many flaws. If Morocco ever gets to host the World Cup, they have a lot of things to learn and they have a lot of things to do. Because if this was supposed to be a World Cup, you cannot present this kind of security and this kind of outfit for the whole world to see. Because it shows clearly, even now, where I fought them, what were your ball boys doing with the goalkeepers so well?
It's all part of the strategy.
No, it is wrong. No matter what, even though you are the host nation and your team is losing, supposedly you are not supposed to show any favoritism or show any kind of partiality. It does not work out like that. This is a game. This is football. The whole world is watching. Why we want to do that? So that's my take. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you, Chucky. Thank you, Okudayo. Thank you, Sam. I really enjoyed this conversation with you. You all make it make sense. I didn't know that we have a lot of people that enjoy football here. We would have added a segment to Chucky, Abisam. Shame we create another segment where we go fit talk sport. You know, women, say they get this, our sisters get TSC, and Abi get Recap Central, where they talk women matter. Shame we come they do our own sport team. May we create one segment, even every Monday. More just can't talk sport. I didn't know we have a lot of people who are interested in sport too. Chucky, should we do that? Chucky no did the studio again. Oh, Chucky is not hearing me safe. Anyway, this has been a very, very interesting conversation. Thank you, Uncle Dayo. Thank you, Chucky. Thank you, Sam. I really enjoy it. Before I leave, because I have a show schedule, the show will go live in about 20 minutes, and that one go hot small. We want to talk about why Black American women should leave Nigerian men alone. So in about 20 minutes, I got that show coming up. Why American Black women should leave Nigerian men alone. That show is going to be fire. I post a video about 1 year ago on my second channel, Trends Reality. Oh, by the way, I'm branding Trends Reality now. It has now changed to America Trends Cam. So in case if you see American Trade Cam, that is still my second channel. So I post that video there. I think I published the video about a year now. The video has accumulated over 400 comments, and I just want to react to that comment since we have our own matchmaking show that's going to come up here. So I just wanted to feel what people are going to think about it. So, but I can't just overlook this AFCON. And now that we have this conversation, I've now seen that we have a lot of people here who are interested in football. So maybe we go take football, do our own men hangout, so that when TSC sisters do their own women affairs, Abi do our own recap central, we too will go do our own men thing. We will block the sisters. They will not be part of our conversation. Chucky, your network is headache. I wanted to ask you one more question before I leave, Chucky. Chucky, are you back? Hello, Chucky.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. As we are rounding up now, Chucky, I have one more question for you. Just one question. But before I ask you that question, let me ask Uncle Dayo. Uncle Dayo, which team is your team in the Premiership?
Man United.
Jesus.
United for life. United for life. United for life. Yes, sir.
I'm glad. Let me play this for your team.
We are going to provide you with insecurity.
Was the old Manchester United.
Uncle Dayo, you heard the video I just played now. We are going to provide you with insecurity. That is your team. Uncle Dayo, you are
Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben, don't go that far. Look at the table now. We are on top of Chelsea. What's your problem, Uncle Ben? You are on top of Chelsea now. Look at the table now. Only Chelsea can talk because they are leading the table. You have no mouth in this matter, Uncle Ben. No, please. Let's not even go there. I beg you. Let's not even go there. Only Chelsea can talk, and I will listen. But you, please, you don't have mouth in that matter.
Hey, help me, oh! Hey, my favorite party them they wrong club. Chucky Arsenal, Uncle Dayo Mayu, Tebi Babi. How did I
look at my table, man? Look at my table. Look at that 50. Look at that 50.
How did I end up here, please?
Look at that 50. Looking nice. In it, Abby. In it, Abby. Okay.
All right, Chucky, here is my question for you, because I can't finish today's show without asking this question. And because I'm going to cut that part out, because this question, I will post it so that all Arsenal fans, I will need them to come and answer it for me. Take a minute, I'm coming.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. All right. My brother Chucky, are you ready?
You said a minute. This is seconds now.
I can't wait. I've been
Okay,
itching to ask that question since
Oh.
yesterday. I can't wait, bro.
Okay.
Here is my question.
Okay.
What exactly is Arsenal's problem? Is it village people or what? What exactly is you Arsenal folks' problem, Chucky? And all Arsenal fans, make una can't tell me, oh, hey, what be that problem?
Well, in what way capacity? Is it because I'm not seeing Chelsea on the first five, or which one is it?
No, title you guys cannot carry. When was the last time you guys won any trophy? Yes.
2004.
Don't say FA Cup or this year. Those are not, they are not trophy.
Why are they not trophy? FA is a trophy. You know, it takes you to the European Championship.
We are talking about title, the Premiership title. Chucky, what is Arsenal's problem? Do we have to go and beg village people or what?
You have to tell me the reason why you think we have a problem right now. What problem are you insinuating?
Okay, one of the problems that you folks have in Arsenal is that the rest of us know, even though, where are you people standing now? Make I check the table again. You people currently have 50 points and you are topping the table. We, the rest of us knows that you guys will not win this cup.
Okay.
You can't win this league. We knew something will happen and it's happening already. 2 occasions now.
Yes.
In 2 occasions, Man City draw. Arsenal, you guys were supposed to take that momentum by at least adding extra 2 points when Man City drew. Na lie, when I play draw. The last game from Man City lost. I was hoping Arsenal would take another extra 3 points.
Did you say you are hoping for Arsenal to carry extra points?
I was thinking you guys will capitalize on the advantage.
For this,
I was thinking Arsenal, we at least, for the sake of God, at least come out of this bondage where on a day, but a lie. You guys play draw again. So that's how we knew that no matter what, there is no way Arsenal is going to win this league. So
I don't know why you see it as a problem now. Since Man U and Chelsea and Aston Villa dropped their points now, is it not better that Arsenal gained 2 points ahead with the current standard as it is right now?
Because Chucky, we still have how many matches left? We still have about 16 matches left. And we know Arsenal can actually lose 3 games in a row. So that will affect how many points now they take lead now? 7 points. We know that 7 points now fake. So tell me, Chucky, what is the problem? Village people.
Yes, village people like you. I don't agree. Village people like you.
Chucky, it's not village people though. Please, let's go back a little bit. How many seasons now? You started so well. Towards the end of the season, you then start losing matches. Do you know what normally call you in Nigeria? In Yoruba parlance, they have tagged Arsenal team as Ori Ogbade. Do you know what it means? Ori Ogbade. Everyone know they carry crown. That's what they have tagged. That's what they have tagged them.
Wait, Uncle Dayo. When last year I win the Premiership? 2012.
No, see, we are going
2012 and
counting. Calm down.
I don't want to calm down. I don't want to calm down. I don't want to be calming down. I don't want to be calming down.
We had the opportunity to top the Premiership League more than 3 seasons. We are on top for most of the weeks. Only for us not to carry the cup.
So are you saying to me now that Man U will win the league? Are you saying to me that Man U will win this league?
What I'm telling you is that if we, as Man U, have the opportunity to be topping the league for for the past 5 years now, and I was here to carry that cup, wallahi, I will have resigned. But you people have been there consistently for the past 5 years. You have been doing so well. Only for the last week you will not carry it. Come on now, what's wrong?
Okay. Wait. Let me put it in context right now, right? Yeah. Arsenal, to me, as it is right now, as they're standing right now, this is the best season so far compared to the last 4 seasons for the last 4 seasons now. I mean, we've been on the top of the table since the beginning of, I think, in March 7 all the way to now. Now, a lot of haters like you, Uncle UB and Co. You haters will always say that, oh, before Christmas we will bottle it. We haven't done that. By this time last year, we've dropped points. This time last season. Now we've moved into the new year. We're still on top of the table. We're approaching the end of January now, which has not been consistent with the previous seasons. So, if you're saying to me that Arsenal may bottle this thing, the chances of Arsenal dropping this point is very low. We're about to, yes, I think so. We are going to win 3 matches and we're going to lose 3 matches. We're going to drop points. That's the definite. Mind you, all these opposing teams will also drop points. So
not like Man City, you know, as soon as Man City want to chase you guys out,
if they like, let them go and get Messi. If you like, let them go and get Messi and everything like that. It does not work that way. This is our season, and I'll contest that Arsenal will improve beyond this. Mark my word, we're going to meet Liverpool next.
Besides that, Chucky, I knew you guys are going to bottle it the moment you went ahead and bought Madueke. You bought Madueke from us, so I knew there is nothing for Arsenal.
You see, personally, right, on the personal side of me, I don't want the Premiership. I don't want the Premiership. I want the Champions League. I want it.
God. Chucky is looking for an excuse now.
Listen, we've won 13 of those cups already. The one that already eludes us is the Champions League, which Chelsea, Man U, Man City are making fun of us. I want that cup. I want it more than the Premiership.
Okay, all right. Before I let you go, one more question, because I've spoken to a couple of my friends who are Arsenal fans. In fact, my paddy where I go hang out with this weekend itself is a diehard Arsenal fan. And one of the questions I asked him was his view of Arteta's performance. My friend in Dallas actually thought that Arteta should go. He said Arteta has been there 6 years now or something, that I think it's time Arteta should go. And I'm like, Arteta is the coach that has actually brought you guys from the dungeon you guys were heading to before. So I'm going to ask you, Chucky, Arteta, should Arteta continue or you want a new coach?
Now, one thing I respect Arsenal is this. Arsenal is not the kind of club that will just get rid of a coach just like that. They're going to give you time. And I mean in time. When I mean time, they will give you time for you to adjust and put this club in a set ways. Now, during the time of Wenger's era, you saw how it went down. When he came into the club, it took him I think it was 2 years, 3 years or something like that. No, 3 years for him to win his first major. Arteta came in and won 2 competition already, and I've never ever said Arteta to leave that club because he is a starting off manager. And one thing I respect the guy, instead of when he finished his playing days, he didn't go straight into club management straight away. Rather, he went over to go and learn from the best, which is Guardiola. He learned from the best, and he learned from it there. Hence, now he's got his craft. Decided to go to Arsenal after Aston Villa's coach couldn't do what he wanted to do with the actual club. So, and now at the same time, he is there. He's doing a remarkable work at the end of the day. My problem with Arsenal fans is this: every time they have, he has lost a particular game, they go crazy over him. That he should go, he should go. Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Known for. That's what you people are known for, Arsenal fans. Always criticizing your own.
Why are we criticizing him? So I don't follow that. Actually, to me, he's done something remarkable this season.
Yeah.
And definitely, out of the whole 4 competition that he's going for, he's definitely going to carry one. By getting rid of Chelsea come February 3, We go to
Oh
the
my
final.
God. Oh my God. Now you are starting. You won't pass your boundary now. Anyway,
No.
I have no defense for my club right now because the owner of my club is a madman. So I won't even talk about my club. Maybe next week, Monday, where we want to do sport roundup again, we can go that direction. But I have to go now. But let us hear from Luke real quick. Luke, I know you are coming here to come and tackle Chucky. But Chucky, no, my brother did that already. No give and blow anything. No. Oh, Luke,
and what team is Luke?
I don't even know the team where Luke did support.
He don't jackpot.
Luke, are you Chelsea?
He don't jackpot. He don't jackpot. He don't want to sleep.
Misty say Arsenal, no comment. And then Abby said, see hating, no. So Abby, are you Arsenal supporter? Because Gen Z like us now. Maybe because of the young boys where Arsenal get, and I make Gen Z like them like that. I don't know.
I think that's the reason why.
Abby, which club do they support, Mama? Talk to me.
I think it's actually. I think Abby is because of the young guys.
Okay, now the young boys now they go make Abby the supporters now. You know all these fine girls, they like wear fine girls, then they fine boy they. And that's now all these small boy want to carry. Six pack, nothing will go collect anyway. Look, over to you real quick. What you want to say, bro? I talk Abby. Happy New Year, Luke. What's up? How you doing, man?
I did fine, though. Thank you for this show, Uncle Beno. Just a privilege show continue like this.
You want me the show they continue?
Of course.
Okay, no
this
worries.
Sports show like this.
Maybe we go they bring her every Monday. At least maybe we take and they console ourselves because our sisters they have 2 different shows in a week, and we not get any show where be guy show except the general show where are the host. So maybe we go they do sport. More take and they pepper the ladies. More pepper them. They're not cooking as
so.
What do you have for
you see, bro, Shocky deep down, you know, say Arsenal cannot win this league. That's the truth.
Uncle Luke, sorry, your background. Is it
the mic? Not the mic. We go sort a mic out very soon. We go sort out his mic. Look, maybe you can just move your mic back a little bit. Then let's hear you.
It's the network, not the mic. The net.
Okay, we can hear you now. Go ahead.
I say, bro, Shocky, not say. They cannot win this league this season. It's not possible. Arsenal is like Nigeria. Arsenal will raise your BPI. They bring it down one time. Arsenal is just an investment club. They just train people to sell. That's their game. There's a time Arsenal top this league with 9 points. But February, March, April, they lose 3 straight matches. Man City overtake them. So this was 7 points. I don't really see us now winning the league. I don't want to start presidents. Even some fans right in my area, they say they are still afraid. That's how we win. They are still afraid.
Okay,
all right. Look. Maybe before next Monday, you will get a better phone or a better mic, so that I just want to keep this audio clean. Right now, your mic is really muffling the whole thing. But anyway, Chucky, what Luke is saying is that you guys will still blow this opportunity. The Arsenal cannot carry this club. But look, before you go, Luke, which club you they support first?
Man U.
Luke, oh, you are muted, Luke. Hello, Luke. You see, Arsenal, they don't carry Juju come. They might be. They don't block.
Uncle Beno, that you know go work. That you know go work. Arsenal, you know go work. The truth of the matter be say, I want Shocky to know one thing, okay? This will not be the first time. Neither will it be the last time. Ona go perform very well. Towards the end of the league, Ona go big lose points.
They go
you
up.
Must go to the village to go and do sacrifice to the gods. May they allow you to win. Wallahi. Or do you even go that? Or do you even go that route? It will be the same thing over and over again.
Uncle Dayo, let me get this right. Let me get this right. Yeah, right now we are 50 points ahead with every other team. Are you saying to me now that if Arsenal had 20 points, we are still going to drop?
Arsenal we drop. That's what we are saying. Arsenal we drop.
Shocky. Thank God that we are going to be having this every Monday now. We shall be reviewing it. Now me and you go there now. We will review them.
Every Monday we're gonna have our sports show. Make everybody come defend their own team. And by the way, Uncle Dayo, I'm not letting your own team off the hook. It be like say man you. The juju where una they do during Fagusi time. Una they do Morocco. The way Morocco want rob the whole African nations for this AFCON. Now some man you was doing other Fagusi. Una yash up now. Since Fagusi don't go, cup una no see. Coach una no get player say una player be like player when they go they pick for third level club. Anyway, Uncle Dayo, same question to you. When una go come up for this dungeon where una day as my
Thank you, Uncle Benu. If you notice, ever since Sir Alex Ferguson left, we have been like passing through some processes. Okay, even when Mourinho was there, he could not do much. A lot of things have happened. I think every club goes through that phase. But ours, we are coming to an end of this right now. Because as I'm talking to you right now, wait now, Kubenu. As I'm talking to you right now, watch us now. From now till the end of the season and next season, you are going to see the old Man U that you have ever seen before. Even better and much more stronger. Mark my word, you see it.
Because of Carrick?
No. Carrick was just an interim coach for now. He's just an interim manager. Would you just watch it? Just watch the way. Have you seen what he did to Man City? Did you see what we did?
Because Man City just give that bonus.
Uncle Dayo.
No.
Uncle Dayo, can I say something? Sorry.
Don't worry. I don't like boasting. I like the fact to speak for themselves. Yes, I'm hearing you, Shocky. Yes, sir.
The mistake which Manchester did is this, right? Yeah. Yes, Ferguson, you can't take his honors for that club, and ever since that time, Man U has been upside down. Carrick this is his second spell in Man U. To me, that would have left him back then. He would have improved Man City. He's an old boy. He knows the dynamic of that place. The dynamic of that place. They made a mistake letting him go. When he was there, he didn't lose all of his matches until they went to come bring in. I think was it Mourinho they brought in and scattered the whole situation and stuff like that. So I believe Carrick.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so I believe Carrick is there. If he gets a very good result from now to the end of the season, I believe they're going to renew his contract for him to manage this team next season. It's all about him because I love the Manchester that I watched this weekend. It looks as though I was watching a team from back in those Ferguson. You understand?
The Manchester you watch this weekend is a fake Man U.
No.
Let's be realistic. I've never seen Man U at his best before. You are beginning to see them one by one now. Just watch.
See the mistake that they were doing with previous managers. They were putting players in the wrong position, which they are not accustomed to.
God bless you, Shocky. The fact that was the fault of Amorim. Amorim does that a lot. Putting players in the wrong position, I don't know what they're trying to get.
You see, and throughout Morris' reign that time, he did not play Harry Maguire at all for any of those matches. He didn't. So I love the money I saw this weekend at least. We're going to meet them. I can't wait.
Oh my God!
Oh, it will be not. It will be something else. So after the Arsenal Man U, so this will be a test for Man U to go and meet Arsenal, which is their next thing, which is their next thing they're going to do to see if that chemistry between Carrick and the player will work out now.
But unfortunately, Man U go beat us now when they meet. It's not like I'm happy about it.
Why would you say that? But you look at me from head to toe that Man U will come and beat Arsenal. When I be Arsenal guy,
Man U go beat us now.
Why? Based on what?
Because we know the anyway. Look, what will be your club? We were asking before you come out. Which club are you supporting?
I mean, Chelsea now, Kubenu.
Yo, Blues in the building. Yo, look, no worry. Now we must fix your mic because we need to pepper these people well. Mayu, Arsenal, no worry, we did. Anyway, I got to go now because we have a show coming up, and I know the sisters are waiting already. I don't want to enter any trouble this new year at all.
The sisters can wait, Jerry. No, the sisters can wait. You can delay their time.
No, I know one while you know how this our sisters could be. Before you know now, they go enter this one and say time off. We just they go make I come back and do their own show. Case closed. But now we're gonna enjoy sport. Even Misty now, I don't see Misty now, my YouTube. No wonder. Misty, they behave like Mayu people. I've been wondering
how Mayu people they behave for Kubeno. How does Mayu people behave for Kubeno?
Uncle Dayo, the way you are behaving exactly is how
we are treble champions for crying out loud, Uncle Beno. We are treble champions for crying out loud. So how do you
when was that? 1999.
Yeah.
1999. Whether than 1950, we are treble champions, and record speak for itself.
The one
you want to bring that one?
The one you guys were bribing referee, bribing everybody. Uncle Dayo, don't let us go there. We know now.
Let's go there now. Only the sister show we suffer. Let's go there because I go on a yansh. The time when Mourinho they carry on a fly with one leg, but I don't remember that time. You go there. Don't worry. Let's go there, Uncle Beno. I'm there for you.
Uncle Dayo, you see the chat. While I don't do, you leave my club alone. So yeah, effect is Mayu. Hey, my sister Michelle, what's up, Mama? You welcome. Mayu.
I'm reading a comment that says Carrick cannot fix Man United by Precious Ofagbe.
That is Luke.
Is that Luke?
But that's a fact. Carrick cannot fix anything.
Uncle Beno, can I be shared with you, sir?
I believe he can.
Can I be shared with you? Carrick is a good coach. He's a good manager. Just watch it. At least it's going to manage us from now, maybe towards till the end of the league. Let's see what will happen. But I want to say something. If you ever see any beautiful sister down there on
village people, Abi,
they don't take Uncle Dayo mic. I told you. People don't they show themselves small. No, I see people where we go to fight where. Bloy Action says, see Bayard speaking. No, what club are you? Bloy Action, tell me, which club be your club? Now I know say I've been at Arsenal. Oh, Zino na Arsenal too. I talk on Jay-Z and Arsenal, Jay-Z and Arsenal na 5 and 6. No wonder Arsenal no film win anything.
Thank you very much, Zeno. I see you.
Zeno, come over to Chelsea. Come and meet matured people. Come to Chelsea.
To do what?
Chelsea is the club now. Even though say we drink too much ogogoro, we know say we drink too much, but no wahala. Now check where we be.
Abi is complaining. He says, why run into a new show? Abi, leave us alone, please.
Abi say, Arsenal people very humble and honest. No,
that's a nice comment. That's comment from Abi. He says, support Arsenal, your network will be better. Yes, I agree.
Really?
Thank you very much.
Really?
Yes.
You see, she got the throat patron now. She said Chelsea supporters never keep to time. So I told you they go begin fight. Misty say, Uncle Dayo, don't talk much, just like we Man United usually do. Actions speak louder than voice. Don't let me change my mind, though. Misty, don't let me change my mind. You know, say I be one support Arsenal, make Arsenal beat Man U. But if you talk too much, Misty, I go support. I be one support Man U to beat Arsenal. If you talk too much, I go support Arsenal to beat Man U. Man U is one of the club I don't like at all because of Agusi. Wuru too much, Ojoro too much. During Fagusi time, they go buy match, they go do all kind of wuru.
What did they call them? Faggy time.
Faggy time.
Faggy time.
Until now you win before they go blow final whistle.
Whistle.
Oh, bad go. Okay, Chuku say Mayu's problem and nemesis they happen to them. Absolutely, okay, Chuku. If I Chuku,
what club is he for you? What club is he for him to make that such a?
Okay, Chuku, which club be your club? I better tell us your club. I be say support us now. Your network will be better. Okay, now look. I be the follow talk. Not be with Chelsea people. Eh? You see, I be say Chelsea people are always angry. No, we are the most happiest people. We don't be like
happiest Guinea.
Ah.
No.
Arsenal too.
No. Realistically, it's always Arsenal the happiest. We always go through the true thing and thing. We still be happy.
Oh, bro, actually, is also a woman. You see, I know all these ladies. Now, Arsenal, I know what it be na problem. Now that stupid 6-pack, where all those small boys for Arsenal they parade. Now they attract women to Arsenal.
Uncle Bino,
problem.
Uncle Bino, look at us now. We sexy like that. You know that, right? We sexy like that.
But I tell you now, this is the problem with our women. Women where they like
look at the Arsenal boys they put up now. Look at how some guys there now.
That is why women will like Arsenal. They are attracted to men where they cheat.
Yeah. Are we going somewhere else again now?
I'm not going nowhere. I just speak my mind. That's why you always shout. Chelsea behavior. Leave us alone. What I can show you. If I see say Arsenal people now want to play it, we not go to
they can't show you. You can't cancel it. You can't cancel it. You get 5,000 more subscribers before you know how far.
All right, we got to go. Let's go to the next show. I beg. I don't want to make the sister come for me. I tell you, say they go begin show face. Once their time don't reach, now they don't the show. So, all right, thank you everybody. Thank you, Chucky, for hanging out with me today on Sport Roundtable, and of course, Uncle Dayo. Thank you, my boy Luke. Respect to you, my politician. Of course, Sam, my guy Sam, all the way from Nigeria. God bless you. Okay, let us move on to the next show. I'll see you guys next week, Monday, where we're gonna have another we'll have another soccer roundtable or football roundtable, whatever we call it. Sport roundtable, anything we want to call it. Chucky, what will be the name where we go give this segment?
Bino Sports.
Bino. The no sport no go sweet.
No go sweet at all.
No go sweet.
What should I say?
No worry, Chucky. Just think of it.
I'll come up with something.
Anything where you say, may we call and I will go call them. Period. Every Monday.
Should we call it sexy football?
Ooh, sexy football. No, that one go attract a lot of Gen Z and Arsenal people. We not go do that one.
You don't want your pitch. You don't want your this thing to grow.
Why are you always against Arsenal? Why are you always against Arsenal? Uncle Beno.
Uncle Dayo, those Arsenal people, they are young, energetic, and they be die-hard people. They never win one single trophy, but they're not going to let us drink water, drop cup. No.
No. Okay, Uncle Beno, when you want to come up with something like this now, are you saying something like it's only football has to discuss football only?
Sport generally, but you know me, I be EPF fan. So, but any sport generally, you know, we just talk sport generally. I know sport is more lively.
You're in America. How can we talk sport when you're calling football soccer? It doesn't make sense to me.
No. I don't follow America. No, I'm not an America when it comes to that. Me too. I don't support them for calling football soccer. So no put that one against me. No hang around my neck. Okay. All right, Chucky. Come up with the name for it, and then we'll go for it. Thank you, Uncle Dayo. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me. Thank you to all our ladies, all the Arsenal fans in the show. God bless you. Don't worry. Maybe somehow, because of Abi and Zeno, maybe I feel begin to like Arsenal people small. But if not for Chucky, I can never ever agree with Arsenal. But because of Abi and Zeno, you know, maybe, just maybe small. Maybe.
So I know you're in a rush to go and do something. So if eventually Arsenal win this league now, you owe me a very big apology.
Arsenal cannot win. That's a tall dream. Don't even think about it. We go there here where the whole thing go collapse. Arsenal can't.
Why can't they? They have the caliber of players.
Chucky, you don't need to drag it. Okay, let's leave it for now.
That has the caliber.
How Arsenal won't win the league? I don't understand.
Well, 50 now. We have to get points and go up now. That's how we do. Every game comes by, we win it.
Okay. As soon as we lose 2 games back to back, it don't finish. We know on a pattern. Everybody know on a pattern. We now go through 2 games now, back to back. What it all? It go become pipe dreams. So
this is not village people prayers. That's not nice.
I don't tell you, Chucky.
carry sacrifice, go village, make una go bow to the gods. That's the only way out.
See these sisters now. They know they drag my blood cause. I be say as I be hockey, and then Misty say hockey. UB doesn't know any rules, so I'm better than him. What I want to do with hockey? Hockey not be that stupid one when they play for ice. Shit. We'll go come back shortly. Una bye bye. Thank you, Gary, my brothers. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Uncle
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Woo. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. I'm going to be back in 15 minutes. After I stop this show, I need to allow the algorithm to reset. So I have to give the algorithm like 10 minutes to reset, and then I'll be back. And then we're going to do Hangout with Uncle Beno. For those who don't know what we're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about American women leave Nigerian men alone. Okay? We're going to talk about leave Nigerian men alone. 400 plus comments. I'm going to be reacting to the comments that was left on that video. I made the video 4 years ago. I said 4 years. 1 year ago, I made the video. So I'm going to be reacting to that video. You can join us. It's been a controversial issue. We have a lot of American ladies complaining about Nigerian men. And I think there were a couple of things that American women really don't know about Nigerian men. And that's why I feel like, you know what? I think I should address this before it gets out of hand. So ladies and gentlemen, join me on that show. And we're going to be linking that show to our upcoming show, Match Me with UB. So if you are looking for love, you're searching for love, join the show and let us interact. Thank you very much, everybody. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Yeah. You be in the building. Hey, vibe with Uncle Bino. Let's go. Now happy hour things, you know. Hang out with you, babe. It's our vibe tonight. Hey, laugh and learn. We shining bright. Oh yeah. You be stories, life lessons time. Hey, on the Uncle Beno show, everything feels right. From the streets to the world, we talk real talk. Vibes on the beat, make the whole place rock. Happy hour flow with smiles non-stop. Sip and chill with you, be the energy on top. You be stories, dropping them every day. Wisdom for life, the African way. From the grind to the glory, hear what we say. Tune in now, don't delay. Hang out with you, be it's a vibe tonight. Hey, laugh and learn, we shining bright. Oh yeah, you be stories, life lessons time. On the Uncle Beno show, everything feels right. Join the sister circle. Oh, what a scene. CC Inca, honey, baby, and I be so clean. Talk love, talk life, talk dream supreme. Empowerment vibes, like a royal queen team. All of Sunday school when the beat gets low. A moment of reflection, let the spirit flow. Men of God speaking wisdom, you should know. Faith and vibes on the Uncle Beno show. Hang out with you, be come catch that light. Oh yeah, you be